Good morning, traders. I got my guys right here. You guys already know we're getting it started. You guys know Zunaid, Ryan. I hope you didn't shave, Ryan, and I hope Zunaid, you never shave. Let's go ahead. Let's get this party started. You guys smash the like. If you guys are ready for live trading, want to see some trades, hit the like button, and let's get live trading started.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
Welcome back. Go ahead. Let's get this show started. There's been movers out there. You guys throw up your watch list in the chat. If you guys got anything you guys want us to take a look at, we'll go ahead and get started here. Like always, we're going to be here every single day with you, trading the market. You guys hit the like button. Let's get it started. And let's go ahead and start pulling up our screens. I know I had a good overnight winner. Probably going to hold it. I still have outlet, Ryan.
All right.
There you go. You see, that's why I was able to lower down my exposure when it started coming down underneath the $4 price point, which I really definitely wanted to do with a stock like this. It's a falling knife, but today it's already up about 9%. Pre-market, I was up closer towards 11. We'll see if we can get a little pullback and it push back out. I wanted to hold $4. I might add to my position and take a swing on this one. So that's my position in outlet. But let's go ahead. Let's pull up these charts. Ryan or Zunaid, who wants to go first today?
I'll go first. Go ahead. You can pull
All
mine
right,
up.
Zunaid, I got you.
Yeah, Affirm Holdings. Obviously, they had great earnings. Someone, by the way, yesterday had purchased $600,000 worth of 140 calls or something like that all the way down here. They paid about $10. Today, they should be at least up 100%. So just a little interesting insight there. But for me, I'm looking for a breakout over the highs yesterday after hours, which was around 175. So over that, I would look to get long. If the market stays hot, would not be surprised if we kind of see 200 on this name by the end of the year. But that's kind of where I'm looking at in terms of AFRM. Tesla obviously had a dip and rip. Looking for this to possibly go up a little bit more towards the 1130 if it can balance itself on that $1,100 range. I'm going to set an alert here in a minute to see what I want to do with this, but probably won't play this unless we go ahead and see some strong momentum. But that's what I'm kind of looking at there. And going over to AMD, waiting for this one to maybe have a retest of that 140, similar to what it did yesterday, and then I can go long on it. But if it does go ahead and break down below 142 real quick, I will go short. But those are the main ones that I'm taking a look at right now.
All right, like always, guys, definitely smash the like. Looks like a lot of people loving it in the chat. That's what it's all about. Yes, we're going to bring the energy. We're going to bring the vibes every single morning. There's one thing that I can definitely guarantee is that with Ryan, Zunaid, and I on this stream, if you guys feel the energy is down, let us know, because that means all three of us are doing something wrong, because I think that's one of the strengths of all three of us is that we're very high energy and ready to go. Usually doesn't matter what time of day it is.
Oh, yeah.
We're ready to get it. So let's go ahead. Ryan, I'm going to pull your screen up now. You can let us know what are you looking on out there and what's a little bit on your radar this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So first thing first is one of my long-term holds here, one of the stocks that I'm very bullish on for the future. This is more of an investment than a trade. Reported good earnings yesterday. They have a conference call in progress that I'm going to have to catch up on. It's really good numbers, really intriguing, and it's trading up here in the pre-market and in the after-hour session yesterday. So I want to watch and see where this is going to go. I probably won't trade anything here because I already have a position, and I'm certainly not going to sell it today. I'm also going to watch SMSI. This is another swing that I've been swinging for a couple of months. This is cell phone security. They also reported earnings and are up today. So it'll just be interesting to see if volume catches this one. If this one starts to get a little rippy, I'll probably close this out and move on to the next. As far as day trades are actually going, I actually really like Owlette, Mitch. So I'm going to be watching that with you here. I think that if we obviously had some pretty big volume yesterday. This big volume stick is normally a precursor to things to come. So if things might get wild today, I also want to watch SoFi. They had great earnings recently. They're trading up. This actually might be a potential YOLO. I'm actually surprised Zunaid is not getting the cash cannon ready to get fired at this thing. But we'll see. We'll see how this behaves out of the open here. And then I saw in the chat someone was mentioning PayPal. I actually like all of these payment processors. PayPal looks like it's come into an area of support here. So if we're able to hold this, if we get any type of buying momentum or volume inflow to this, you might have an opportunity here. And then the last thing that I want to say is today is, of course, Veterans Day. And I want to thank all of our veterans for their service to this country. It's absolutely awesome. We are indebted to you to a debt we cannot possibly repay. So thank you very much. We are going to try to pay it back by helping you guys find some tickers to make money on today.
Definitely 100%. If you're out there, please let us know if you are a veteran. We would love to hear that, and definitely supporting you today. And just like that every day. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here at what I'm seeing out there in the market. So mentioned in the chat, it was mentioned by Christy. Y'all looking at LAZR. Yes, I am, Christy. As you guys know, this is a trade that I actually took right here on live trading. My original entry was 1790. I went and added into the dip that we got. And yesterday I actually covered some of the position right at my break even spot, giving me an ability to add if we go into the red today. So what this gives me is just an ability to attack this chart today. I've been looking at it on an hourly. If it goes into the 1870s or 18 area, that's where I'll go ahead and get another add. But for right now, I'm just looking to see it come back up. If it just comes up from here, I'm all right with it because I'm looking for it to gain. I think that deal was an amazing deal for them, and I'm looking for another move up. So that's LAZR. One that did a monster move, I'll definitely call out, is Fossil. This is one I've been talking about on Money Mitch. Look at that push today. Pre-market, I think this was like a 30% move, 40% move up there. So take a look at Fossil. Maybe you see some other watchmakers moving today. The one that I'd give you in there is Movado. So MOV, look for a Movado to maybe get some strength today. I know that I've been hearing a lot of this Rolex shortage out there, Rolex squeezes in their price and values. So that's why I was looking at Fossil to begin with, but we'll see if these can keep moving. Some stocks to watch today. I would definitely keep on watch some of these gaming plays. Of course, Unity had the monster earnings pushing on up. I'm not going to play Unity because I think I'm just late to the boat. And from this point, I would be chasing here. But you can look at some other plays. I saw Zynga get mentions of buyouts. So keep your eyes on Zynga today. ZNGA. I can see this one breaking through 8, pulling back first for about 760s, and then getting back on up there. As you can see, you see what? 3 attempts to break out. I always look for at that 4th attempt to be the breakout. So you got in those 3 attempts to break out. Let's see a pullback here, come to support, and then break back out through that $8 today. That's going to be ZNGA. Some other plays you guys can keep on watch. Of course, Lucid is one that I'm thinking is gotten up into the gap area, now pulling back, could pull back towards 38.78 again before it gets back up there. Keep your eyes on that one. Palantir is one that I'm looking for it to get back underneath this 2260s, and then I'll start dipping my toes for a swing trade. And out there, I mean, today is going to be one of those days where I'm really going to be watching what the SPY does, because we've been fighting kind of the market and kind of not really coming down, but at least doing a little bit of a pullback. I want to see us get above this 465.50s, which we can see here. It's been resistance multiple times in the pre-market. We had a strong candle here at 9 a.m. Let's see another candle just like this turn out into the open. and get us back into this area. And if we can come back into this area, I think we have a nice bullish day, and you can look for some of these bullish positions to get that bounce back that we were seeing, those monster rips. So definitely looking for the short squeeze. And of course, I already mentioned by Ryan, but I'm looking for the short squeeze in Owlet. Yes, I said it. I'm going to look for my short squeeze. I'm squeezing it, baby. I'm squeezing it. Can I get it? Can I get it? Need a little bit of orange juice every morning. You guys know how I am. Pinkies up. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Let's look for some short squeezes on out there and see what we can get in the market. All right, now time to catch up with your guys' watch list out there. A lot of stocks being mentioned in the chat. I see one here, JD's. He did give us a shout out last time, kind of a pay sticker, super sticker. So I want to give him a shout out here. PTON, let's take a look here. Is this finally the bottom? I personally wouldn't be going after PTON here, but I do like going after maybe one that I have right now. I have Body. Why do I like Body here is because their earnings are coming out on the 15th. And I think you're going to see good earnings from this. And I think this took this dip down back to 4s because of the Peloton news. I don't think this was specifically due to Body. And if they do a great report with the MyX fitness bike, then definitely I could see this back above 550s, getting up to maybe the 6. So I'll look to add to my position in Body today as it keeps giving that look like it wants to come back, but we'll see. Peloton needs to come back also.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this for Jeff. I don't really know what the support is. It should find support at 0 if it gets there, so we'll see.
If it gets to 0, no, I don't think it ever gets there. But
yeah, and I say that tongue in cheek. I'm sorry.
No, but
I should have been.
I mean, at the end of the day, I can't blame you for that look. I mean, I think it's something to keep on watch. I'll bring Zunaid back in. Of course. Rivian going to be on watch. I know that some people are going to be talking about that. So if you guys see that stock moving, let me know. It looks like it's moving up right now. Right before pre-market, there was a big push. And then right out the gates, what do you get? 2.8 million shares traded. So definitely keep this one on watch. It's going to be a mover today. Anything you want to mention, Ryan? I saw you.
SoFi pushing here. SoFi really pushing off.
All right.
I'm tempted, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pull a Zunaid this morning, I think.
What are you getting?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the 24.5. So the ones that are in the money here. Let's see if I get. Oh no, it's running away from me now. It's running away from me now.
A quick one. You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that. That's actually a really good piece of advice. Here, it's coming back in now. Let's see if we can hit this now.
Hey, it's just how it goes, guys. Definitely smash the like button if you guys are enjoying this. Throw up stocks that you guys see moving.
What did you grab?
So, live trade here going now. We're gonna pull a Zunaid right here. We're gonna try a YOLO on SoFi. Oh, I actually don't have it here. And I'm sorry, I'm not set up to have my options part of my broker on the screen here. So I apologize. Oh my gosh, look at that. All I had to do was buy it to send it down. Sorry for all of you that were long. Basically, what I did here was I YOLO'd the 2450s for November, right? So these are going to be next week's calls. But I would not advise following yet. We are in a massive sell-off here right from that's YOLOs, man. You keep them until they're gone. I'm already down 35%. So we'll looks like this trade might not work. We'll see. I'm staying in it though. I'm not cutting it that soon.
Yeah, if anyone wants to go long here for a trade, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the $23 calls here. The stop loss would be below 23, which is the pre-market low on SoFi. My fill, and I have to trade from my laptop now because my PC is apparently not loading up E-Trade. So it's
is that
going to be
because you poured water on it that one day?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a keyboard issue.
I was just checking.
Calling out a really strong industry right here, guys. Aluminum, really strong. 2 plays that you can take a look at is AA and CENX. I like those both plays. Looking really strong. Aluminum up already 4.8% here right out the gates. Major leader is Akoa AA.
By the way, I do have a limit buy on NVIDIA for some small size at 301. Stop loss will be 299. And then I will go ahead and grab some more at around 350 cents, hoping for at least a $3 move, give or take. But let's see. But that is an order that I have out right now. And the SoFi option that I have are the $24 calls, that got filled for 74 cents.
Ooh, that's nice. Were they today's or did you get next week's?
This is today's. No, this is
Okay.
today's.
Or tomorrow's.
Oh, sorry, tomorrow's. Yeah, weeklies.
No, that was my fault.
Yeah.
All right, catching up with the chat. Go open, says Mark M. Let's see what's out there. Open up about 20%. They're talking FCX rocking. PJ Shannon bringing that one up. Copper play there. Yeah, definitely. Basic materials up the most from the open, about 0.73%. Then you got energy and technology right behind there. In technology, I'll call out what's moving there. So you got solar, semiconductors, and ITS, so information technology services, up good today. Affirm leading that area. Of course, you guys saw Affirm moving up, but now it's moving down towards the open. Definitely getting a washout in Affirm. This is why, this is one of those stocks that I would try to stay a little bit away from, just because it's scary, Zunaid. I don't know how you're dealing with this stock. Up and down, it's just too volatile for me.
I'm glad you brought up Affirm, because if you go ahead and pull it, there you go. You already got my screen up there. I've got an alert set here around the 151 area. If it does go ahead and come on back, just because of that bounce from 150 is what I want to play with. But you can see I'm not grabbing it here. I'm waiting for it to figure out what it wants to do with life. But I do have an alert set right there, which is 151.38. So I can grab some there, and grab some if it comes down to 150.50. And then my stop loss would be about the 149 area. So let's see what ends up happening with that one. NVIDIA, by the way, never really gave me my fill. It doesn't look like I got any shares on the dip that we saw there currently. I'll look at that. Literally, what is it, 11 cents? 10 cents. I didn't get filled because of 10 cents, and it already went up $1.70. That happens. It happens, I guess. But anyway, Beyond Meats went ahead and had a little bit of a move as well. This is just not fun when you're trying to trade from your laptop. And you got
all right, guys, might be buying a put option here, a little YOLO on Chevron. I think oil gets hit today. I'm looking for it right now. I'm looking to get an entry. I'll let you guys know if I do get an entry.
Anyway, if you want to go ahead and grab some puts on Beyond, you possibly can. I'm a little bit late to this, but if it goes ahead and breaks 78, might be interested in some puts, but for now I'm just kind of hanging tight to see if it's going to try to go and retest the 82 that we saw earlier or not. If it does, I wouldn't mind grabbing some and having a stop loss above 83.
One of the things about Beyond Meat, first of all, just full disclosure here, I am super bearish on Beyond Meat. I don't like it at all. I'm all about natural foods and not chemicals. And things like that. And that's pretty much all Beyond Meat is. So understand my bias going into this. The reality is if this continues to break down, you might have a huge downward move. So to your point, Zunaid, on the YOLOs, one of the things is if you start to see this breakdown, this excelling can really accelerate. Now we're already down 15% today. So the likelihood is that we bounce or some, consolidate or something like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, guys, just got filled on CVX 112 puts for this week. A little YOLO action here, getting put on CVX. So I'm thinking this is an oil trade down. So we don't want to see it past that 1450. That's going to be the risk here on the top side. We're looking for a quick sweep down towards 113s here.
So are we all in YOLOs?
Yeah.
For me, I'm actually looking. So I'm looking at the. It's Thursday, right? So a lot of these contracts, depending on what you play, that's just unfortunately how it ends up being.
YOLO in out here, man.
SoFi, by the way, are playing around that 2310 area. I'm going to go ahead and grab some shares here. Right, just got filled. 2310. My stop loss will be 2275. I'm looking to take my profit at 2340. Will be the first target, and then I'll tell you guys the rest after I get filled. And remind me never to trade from my laptop when I'm broadcasting from my PC, because this is just not fun. Especially when you it's just not fun. But anyway, let's see how this trade ends up going.
Mark
definitely.
Here, so keep that in mind. Look for relative strength.
Shout out to Rodney out there, Martin, Jody. I did see some veterans out there, Miss Whitehorse. Definitely, you guys. Shout out to you guys. Hope you guys have a great trading day.
SoFi went ahead and went all the way to 23.33, so we were 7 cents away. Here, let me go ahead and pull it up on my PC so you guys can see.
Oh, you guys saw that Beyond Meat? I should have shorted that thing yesterday, man.
Let's See on the 1 minute. You can see right there. So my target was 23.40, which is where I have my limit order. Unfortunately, I only got to 23.33. So you were in profit, but just not our profit target. Again, 23.40 is where I have a limit order to go ahead and get filled on at least half my size. Keep you guys posted if that ends up happening.
All right, outlet just pulled back underneath 3 here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to buy a little bit of shares here at 396 here. Let's see if I get some shares filled here.
You got PJ saying, I feel your pain. You tried to trade while playing golf yesterday.
Boom. Got it. 395s there, guys. So just added to my outlet position here.
Just went ahead and got filled some shares on NVIDIA. 301s is what my E-Trade tells me. So that's always nice. Let's go ahead and check in on NVIDIA.
Hey, Ryan, they're letting us know that it's YOLO Zunaid, not YOLO Ryan and Mitch.
Hey, look, if anyone wants to go ahead and throw money in the fire and lose it, please join me. I've got no problem sharing the lost train.
The one thing here, I mean, I'm looking around. I mean, obviously, as soon as I bought those contracts, this thing is straight down. I mean, I'm down 50%.
Yeah, that was your fault.
The story of life, bro. The story of life.
It continues to get worse. So I'm looking around here. You know, there are some pretty nasty moves here. I mean, take a look at DD. This was gapping up this morning. It's pulling in back to its closing price yesterday. You know, it just there are a lot of really sharp moves. SPY is still green here, but barely, and we're really kind of pulling back here. So just be careful. Just be careful. Maybe buying a YOLO right out the gate might not have been the right move today.
That's all right.
All right. LAZR is moving on up, holding VWAP there. I'll just show you guys that chart. Let's see if that can continue up there through the 1970s. We did get a pullback, but it didn't go back below that $19 price point. So for me right now, it's not an ad. I'm just going to keep the position that I have, the core position. Look for this to continue going. If it reverses trend and just starts ripping, then let it keep going. Nice little VWAP bounce though there. You could be playing off the 1950s now or 1940s. We'll see if it continues through 20 today.
The NVIDIA 301 fills that I have, I'm going to go ahead and sell them at 301.90, at least half size. So let's see if we actually end up getting that. We are in the money about 30, 40 cents, but I'm looking to get at least 90 cents out of this trade. Again, our fill was 301. Our profit taking is going to be at least 301.90 for at least half size. Let's see what happens there. And so far, the other trade that I have around $23 is still kind of lingering around.
Looking around here real quick.
All right, just want to give everybody, I did get out of some swing trades yesterday. I did get out of Black Sky and DM. Rocket Lab is going to have a launch today, so look for potentially that to get a squeeze later on in the day. That's the one I'd be paying attention to if I wanted to day trade one of these. So that's RKLB right now sitting at VWAP. Doesn't look bad. It went up there towards 1450s. I'd be looking for a dip down closer towards 1415, and then you could risk off the 14 level today. But it's going to be an interesting because it could have a launch today. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, looks like PSFE halted. What is going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh no, it's a downside. They're milking that cow. It's a cash cow here. You know, one of the things with PaySafe is they had some deals with some sports betting, and that started making them get a little bit of an upside look. But man, this is one of those that I'm telling you, I'm kind of careful with these fintechs right now. There's too many out there. Look at this thing. This thing just went from 751 down to 460s. This is how you get crushed. And another thing, Ryan, good lesson in knowing you're out, because if you're just holding through this, that's how you very easily end up with a bag.
Yeah, so I did bag PSFE back in August. I tried to trade. I think it was around a 10 handle, and it looked like it was reversing. And I thought maybe it'll bounce to 15. Part of the whole battery thing. Thought pretty good about it. So I actually tried a small position with options. Kind of like a YOLO, wasn't as short term in duration, but I was okay. It was small, and I was okay with losing it all. That just went straight down, and at that point, I was just like, I'm not going to add to this. I'm not going to get common. I'm not going to compound my problem. And it's like today, you know, like SoFi sold off there. My first thought was, well, this is a YOLO, so maybe you should add. But I'm like, why would you make your bad decision worse? Like, why would you voluntarily make that worse? So maybe it'll come back. We'll see how it is.
Real quick on SoFi, went ahead and got filled on the shares that we had at that 2340 level. Now it can do whatever it wants. It is rejecting VWAP here at the moment. On NVIDIA, I'm just keep missing my fills by like a little bit. NVIDIA went all the way up to, what is this, 301.80. Our profit taking was 301.90. So again, missed that one by 10 cents so far. And it looks like Affirm Holdings is crossing 151. So let me go ahead and pull up the contracts on that one. And let me go ahead and pull it up here as well. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Just ugly. Just ugly. I'm going to set another alert just in case it comes on down around here. I can buy some. But yeah, those are the two trades that I'm still in. So far, we went ahead and took at least half off. NVIDIA, still waiting to see what happens. It's looking to break $300 right here.
All right. Want to give a shout out to who mentioned FCX. Yes, Jose, that is ripping. If you look here on my right-hand side, if we go to basic materials, what do you see? Aluminum and copper, both up 5%. Both plays that we could have been trying to attack. CNX is one that I gave. AA is another one. Just starting to pull back now, so maybe we get a pullback to 49 there. But copper definitely having a great day. FCX being the leader there. Nice little push there. Energy right behind that and technology right behind that. So I'm looking for energy to turn around. It is not turning around, so more than likely I'm going to have to get out of my YOLO trade here. Just go ahead and cover it.
Now, what's interesting is for Affirm Holdings, right? If it goes ahead, and I got to find where I'm looking at here. Where am I? Come on. There we go. If Affirm Holding goes ahead and tests 158, it would not be the best setup, but you could look for a rejection and go short if you believe the move is overextended on AFRM. Mitch, if you want to pull up my chart when you get a second.
You're up.
There you go. Right over here. So if it gets over to 158, you could possibly look for a short if you believe it will be rejected from VWAP. That would be your best risk reward. As for me, I was looking to get a fill to go long as close as I could to the 150 area. Unfortunately, with me trading from multiple different devices, I couldn't trade it properly, but that's something to keep in mind there.
Happy, you're in a trading room? You're in the wrong room. This is the trading room.
Yeah, I was just gonna say though, listen, check out Disney, man. Pull up
Disney.
Yeah, Disney has had some call activity here. They're buying the 162.50. So if you believe in it coming back, Godspeed to you. But so far, it's been a nosedive like we're in the Olympics.
I actually like this level. This is the daily level that I was looking towards. 157.94 is the area that I've been looking at. The daily gap. There's a daily gap there that it needs to fill first for it to come back. That's what I've been looking for. So 157s to me, I'll start taking a dip by.
I've got 157.50 as my spot on that gap fill there, by the way.
You don't have your screen up.
Great minds think alike, my friend.
Yep.
You don't have your screen up.
Yeah,
no worries. Here you go. I got you.
It's about Mitch showing the levels.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So we had a rough earnings report, and then it's just a falling knife today. So here's the level that we were talking about on Disney. 159.59. I mean 157.50. Let's just call it that. This is your gap here. Let's see if we bounce off this. I would expect a bounce here. Just looking at this, I would expect a bounce here. Even if you don't believe in this and you want to kind of, take this trade here, you might be able to get a bounce off that 157.
All right. Yeah. Being called in the chat. Fossil still on the move, guys. Fossil is still moving well here. Now he's up there towards 20. We did get that lift. Nice sideways action. I love when it's sideways right there off of VWAP. That just shows you where the buyers are standing. So a lot of that volume probably is pinned up above 19. And so now that you got that 19, you can just hold off of that. Now that you got these three levels where you get these three attempted breakouts, now you just want to see a pullback and then a rip. So it's okay for it to pull back here, maybe even get into this area, but you want to see the next time it goes through 20, a push through. We'll see what happens on that one. Pub M coming back here. Nice little reversal candle. TTD, how's that doing today? Starting to come back. Not the worst, but also not something that stands out. For me, guys, I'm almost stopped out of my CVX trade. I have that line drawn right there, 114.50. If it hits over it, I'll get out, and I'll get out of the trade. What's going on out there? OIH trading, oil trade.
I'm going to go ahead and get out of this NVIDIA for a stop here.
I'll bring you up.
Appreciate you. Yep. Went ahead and lost $2 on this one. We got filled at 301. Got it stopped out at 299 on the break of it. As you can see, it kind of spiked below it. We were so close. I mean, right over here, it hit 301.81. Our profit taking was 301.90. It's just unfortunate, but that's going to be an L for me. Thankfully, SoFi gave us some profits, and we're still in the trade with half sides remaining. But for now, NVIDIA took an L.
Let me just really quickly take care of IRNT. This is IronNet. This is a huge pass, in my opinion. I wouldn't even touch this with someone else's money, frankly. This thing is as scammy as it gets. This was a blank check company, pre-revenue. This was just like a huge run up, and now we're right back down to those same levels. So for me, this is a no touch. I would want to wait till some type of fundamentals I can actually verify before trading this. And as far as actually like day trading action, I don't really see anything here that's of note. I mean, obviously yesterday we had a huge volume spike. Maybe you could have scalped that, but there were almost no opportunities here. So IronNet, I'm going to pass on this.
Trying to see if there's anything else going on around here so far.
Look at Penn, seeing if Penn can actually get some footing here.
Dave Portnoy's got some type of something later at 2 p.m., so that'll be interesting to watch if you're into that type of thing.
Well, be careful when you say that type of thing with Portnoy.
Hey, Portnoy wants to give me some clout based on something that I didn't even say. Please, more than welcome to.
I won't be mad at him. You
right?
can do it.
Hey, please come at me, brother.
All right, guys. It's trying to buy some more of these YOLO puts for this oil trade. There you go. Got a little bit more. Starting to like it here. Just wanted to turn around here. So one of the things that I'm using also to determine my trade on CVX is the drip. So the drip is leveraged, right? And so I should see a little bit more of an extreme move in the drip. This is an inverse oil. So I actually want it to be going up, not down. But I think that it found the bottom right there at 465. So that's why I'm starting to look at it. And I draw that line because I don't want it to be below that. Now I want it to come back towards VWAP, showing me that there could be a reversal in oil towards the 10 o'clock period. We always talk about the 10 o'clock period being so important. As you see, the SPY has pulled back here from the first kind of 15 minutes. We're going to see if the SPY gets back on up today or it just starts pulling back down, and it could drag our stocks down. All right, catching up here. Mark M talking about Mara. Mara up 10%. I don't know how you trade this one today. Honestly, it's just too extended for me to be trading on the upside. But for you momentum traders and the long story, I mean, you're seeing it rip. Mara's been doing awesome. I just can't trade it for some reason. Riot is the one that I would be trading today.
I'm with you.
This one was a good one. I would have traded this chart today because look at this daily. I like that daily. It had a pop, had a lot of volume the last couple of days. Needs to get back up towards 41.25 today, but nice little VWAP bounce right there. So
SoFi, I'm out.
There you go. No worries.
On the shares, right?
Yeah. I'm out of everything. I'm out of everything.
This was absolutely horrible. I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit it. It was just absolutely horrible trading action off of a really good
happens,
report.
man.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to at least get the bounce off of 23 when it went all the way to 23.50 to kind of give us at least half the profits in it, right? So it wasn't an L in terms of the commons that I took, but yes, the options are definitely red. So if you want, you can go ahead and exit this one right over here. And just to explain why I had the level of 23, just pre-market lows. That's all it was. Nothing scientific about it. And that's where we saw the bounce. Got 40, 50 cents out of it. There we go.
And so I saw a mention here in the chat. Someone was asking me, thumbs up runners, asking me to check out the higher news, ticker HYRE. So Mitch, if you want to pull up my screen here, let's just take a
Got
peek
you.
at this real
You're
quick.
up.
So number one, I think the news that you're referring to is the Seeking Alpha article that's saying that they're going to be acquired by Uber with a price of 16. Stock is currently at 730, and they're targeting a massive short squeeze in the making. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to not classify this as news, I'm afraid. If you go in here and you click on this, I mean, you can see that this is user 552482221's blog. I don't know, man. I to me, this doesn't necessarily seem like news. This seems like a case to be made. what I thought was interesting here is that the piece right beneath it was that they're going to present at a Q4 Investor Summit conference. There's no mention of a buyout here. That conference is Wednesday, November 17th. So if there is any legitimacy to that, I would imagine that some of that gets talked about at this conference. But I'm just trying to put this together here for you. There might be a trade here. I would just be careful, because this seeking alpha hit, this doesn't really seem like news. That just seems like a blog to me. To me, if this were actually legitimate, I don't think the stock would still be in a 7 handle.
All right, guys. One that I do like right now is BTBT, guys. So I just did my analysis here off the 1 hour chart. So you guys know how I like my 1 hour chart. Look how this is looking. Nice setup. 3 highs, holding the third support here. And so it should test that resistance and break out. That would be the trade here. I'm looking to grab it right now. I like this pullback towards VWAP. We'll see if we can get it right now towards 1175s, and it should break out through 12s. Let's see what happens here. I'll let you guys know if I get filled.
Well, would you look at this chart right
bring it
over
up.
here? Went ahead and took me out, and then just went on its merry way to hit my profit targets just to give me a big old F you. That's all right. Cool. So anyway, a little annoying, but just want to give you guys an update. NVIDIA ultimately ended up going there, but did get stopped out. It is what it is. Part of the game. It happens. Affirm Holdings, as you can see on this side, talked about how if you wanted to go short, that VWAP and that 148 could be a decent level. If you went ahead and followed that one, you're in the money by 2 points. So if you took that trade, lock in your gains along the way. I'm still waiting to go long here, possibly near that 150-50 area if it ever gets there. But that's the reason we all love the VWAP. It's a nice way to identify possible rejections and your risk reward. Because if it went over and popped over the 158, you could have taken your L, right? It's just about risk reward. And so far, it's paying off great if you follow that trade.
All right, guys, just took some in BTBT at 1180s, guys. It's at 1178. We'll see if we get that push towards 12. Taking some trades today, trying to keep things moving here, guys. Definitely going to catch up with the chat. No, it's been a little while since I caught up with you guys, so I want to catch up. Christy's yelling, Mara. Can't blame you, Christy. And then you gave me the Riot BT and G-Box. Guess what I did? I started looking at BTBT because of that. That's what the community is all about. Thank you, Christy. Bringing in stocks that have that relationship. Not just mention the mover, but if you have relationships and you know them, call them out in the chat, because that's going to help someone else maybe take a look, and we can go ahead and see if we trade it. All right, catching up with the chat. Want to throw some names out there. Definitely seeing a lot of people talking in the chat. That's what I love to see. So Born, MT, definitely Voodoo, Belly. I'm seeing Ryan D, JD in the house. What's going on out there? Bell, Wilson Gonzalez, PFE going to 50. Hey, you got the diamond hands on PFE. Can't blame you for that. Long term, definitely looking good. SI up 11% since Mark M. SI did have a JP Morgan note out, so definitely a bullish note out on that. Vic talking about triple BY. And a lot of people in here. Ricky talking about CRDL. Don't know that stock, but maybe take a look. All right, we got Igor in the house. Wilcor buying bull call spread on Upstart. Hey, there you go. A little complicated options. That's what I like to hear. Better than probably what I'm doing, just buying a put here. But definitely, let's go.
I'm sorry.
Right.
It's just funny how you put that.
I mean,
Probably
it's
better
true.
than what I'm doing. That's
Probably better than what I'm doing. I mean, definitely. Right?
Man.
You know how it
yeah.
goes.
I mean, Trent, I would love to get a firm holdings at 150, but so far that, rejection put idea is working out really well. Too bad I'm not definitely in that train to get some gains out of it, but I'm still hoping to get that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and set another alert in case it doesn't get back quite to the 150-50 area and just tries to do a double bottom here. Go ahead and set 2 alerts right there for a firm holding. If anyone did go ahead and take that short on a firm, let me know. The reason it wasn't the best idea is because of how great the stock has already run up, right? relative in terms of to the market and things like that, which is why it wasn't the best trade, but the risk reward to me was there, which is why we called it up for y'all.
All right, keeping an eye on it. So Lizar is up 4% for me. So that one's doing really well for me. Just got into the 20 zone, went to 2026, pulled back to 2004. For me, that closed for a bullish look on the daily needs to close above 20. My average cost is down towards 1926 on this, guys. Got a bigger position, looking for it to continue back. Want to get about 20 to 30% on this name, so nowhere near a profit, but just want to put it on people's radars if they were playing that. And Christy mentioned it before the bell, so I hope you were able to nail that trade, and let's keep moving. Outlet doing decent, guys. You guys know I added to that position, looking for it to hold $4 close today. It's up there towards 416, bounce towards 411. We'll see if it gets back up towards the pre-market look, which was 440. If it gets on up there, it'll be a great gain for today. Another one that I have.
Mitch, do me a favor.
Yeah.
On your screen, let's go through ticker COGT, Charlie Oscar Golf Tango. This is Cogent Biosciences. I think this has got a really juicy daily chart. If you flip over the daily, let's start there and take a look at this. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit more. You see that this is actually coming down, and it looks like we've not only found a bottom, it looks like we're pushing off of that bottom, and it looks like if we can clear out some of this area up to like 13 or 14 even, we might be able to pop and make a pretty outsized run. Obviously this is down from a 60 handle all the way back in August or September of 2018. So maybe this is turning it around. Nice looking chart here, up nicely today, no position here, and it's up on kind of low volume, but interesting chart that I found out there.
Sorry, real quick, hang on. Got filled on the affirms. I got filled at 151.22 and 151.18 on the commons. Stop loss will be 149, 148 area. But as you can see, the alerts went off, so I went ahead and grabbed some commons, looking for at least about 153. All right, let's go 152.65. I'm going to put a limit out there to sell at least half size.
There you go, Wilson. See you out there, man. You keep doing your thing on PFE. Looking right now at that chart that you were talking about, Ryan, I like that. To me, this is the monthly setup, not even a daily setup. So it's actually, to me, trading clear on the monthly. Reason why is that this has been trading since this pop all the way back in January. You're talking almost a year now, over a year. This has been 16 months sideways, Ryan. So you're talking about 16 months pattern there. But I love this weekly and daily. You can see it also on the monthly. It has what I call an inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's right here, guys. That would be in this pattern right here where you're seeing this would be the head on the bottom. The shoulders are right here. And that's a bullish look, especially when you try to break a pattern on the downside and then scoop right up above it. Now, if it gets above this neckline, which is right here, around this 932, 950 area, that's the area that it should hold on pullbacks. So for me, right now, it's 950s on pullbacks, which you would see clearly right here. And I'm looking for pullbacks towards that area to hold and for it to continue the move.
152.70. 152.70 got filled on AFRM.
Boom. There you go, man. Keep trading that AFRM.
I
might be closing my YOLO right now, guys. It's like right there. It's 114.51. So I might be closing that up. Good thing that I didn't put too much money in this because I suck at options and I'm learning. But that's what it's about.
That's one of the things. I'm sorry, Mitch. I didn't mean to run you over there.
No. You go ahead. That's what it's about, right?
That's exactly why I choose options in some of these cases. Like my YOLO, like it sucks. I bought three contracts. So I'm going to be out like $350 when this goes to zero. But you know what? That's okay. I can handle that. I didn't go in. The position's not $3,500, which would really suck. It's $350. Like that's part of a normal day sometimes and what happens. So I like your strategy because actually getting and owning them is going to help you learn them marketably faster than simply reading from a book or watching a YouTube video. So I like the approach that you're taking because I think that that's actually going to help you in the long run, even if you lose in the short run a little bit.
Definitely. And it's one thing that you have to do. I mean, if you want to start taking these at some times, and what ends up happening to me is that I need to get to a broker that has more easily shorted stocks. So what happens to me here is that I run into the point where I would short just the stock itself, because I've shorted stocks. Like I actually like shorting. You guys might call me evil, but I mean, shorts, I like shorting because a lot of times you get what I call the stair step move up and elevator moves down.
Yep.
So elevator moves down are not a bad thing to go after, because I've been in a couple of those where it just keeps washing out, wash out, wash out, wash out, wash out. And so a lot of those I want to be able to trade. So next year, that's my goal, guys. So look forward towards 2022. Lots of shorts coming to here for live trading with Benzinga. I'm going to be jumping into getting a easier platform that I can short in, not have to borrow so many shares, because borrowing shares is something that you can do. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can start costing yourself a lot of money.
Big time. Big time.
Especially locating shares. Like it's dangerous. Like you have to really know your setups that you're attacking to locate shares.
So I see here. Let me highlight this comment. ADW TX Bitcoin continues to trend down. So first of all, let me pull up a Bitcoin chart here so we can take a look at it. Bitcoin continues to trend down, but miners are still up, with the exception of BTBT. Okay, so a couple of thoughts on that. So number one, miners, I think there's a longer term outlook. I don't think it's necessary. I know people tend to trade them along with the price of Bitcoin, but it's a longer term outlook. Now, as far as Bitcoin continuing to trend down, not sure I see that based on the daily chart here. This looks like an uptrend to me. We just broke into new highs. Looks like a back test of that level. To me, that's a great thing, right? That's not bad. Now, the other thing about the miners being up when the actual asset is selling off, that's possibly because the more activity there is on the blockchain networks, the higher the gas prices, which means the more the miners are getting paid out. So when you see volatility in these names, you can expect that miners might be getting a little bit more profit on their mining. Perhaps that's why they're trading up. That's the best analysis I can give you on that particular relationship.
I'm still waiting to see what my AFRM does. Still kind of lingering around. Thankfully, we're all in profit in it for the moment, but
why not switch to options? Because I can tell you right now, that is a harder game.
Yep.
You guys might think it might be easier to make returns, but I can tell you, at least I know tons and tons of traders that switch from equities to options. And when they start doing that, yes, they might get their first 100% gainer, but then they realize that they're fighting a market with a lot of smarter traders in the option game than I would say equities, because you don't have to worry so much about different things like
real quick, sorry, I'm out AFRM, but go ahead, continue.
No worries. You don't have to worry so much about the K and time value and understanding the premium cost of the option. And so I was taught really early on by a professor in a derivatives class that if you don't know how to price options, you shouldn't be trading them.
That's an interesting take. I mean, my thing with options is that know what you're doing, right? Because like you said, it's absolutely harder. You have less to work with. When you are buying stock, time is on your side. If you buy companies that are well run and execute on their mission statement, if you give them enough time, it's likely to be higher than when you bought it. But options are completely different because, as Mitch said, they decay. So if you don't time that entry correctly, you might lose your entire investment. Now, yeah, sure, you can have greater profits because you're in a levered product, but that works the same way on the other side too. You can have tremendous losses and it can happen fast. So just understand what it is that you're trading. To be quite honest with you, the average investor shouldn't even use options. We're traders, right? We're trying to destroy the S&P's return, but the average investor, they shouldn't even bother with options.
Yeah, at the end of the year, whoever's trying to trade and make a living out of it, just go ahead and see what the S&P returns were. If you're not even at least 50% better than that, you might just want to consider being an investor instead. So if the S&P is up 20%, and if you're not up at least 30 or 40%, see if it's actually worth your time doing it.
SoFi rounding off of its sell-off. Let's see if it can do anything later here. I am still in it, but I'm still down 40% on the YOLO.
I'll tell you one that I stopped out yesterday that is starting to give me a little of that FOMO feel. So I'm going to stay away. But DM, guys, DM.
Desktop metals.
I sold
Desktop
it yesterday, and look at it bouncing back today. I actually like the daily look. It's sideways there at 830s, but that was the level that I wanted to see hold. Then it wasn't really holding. It actually went down closer towards 817s and 820s, but it is coming back. We'll see if that one continues to rip. Triple D is also another one you can keep on watch there, but as you can see, that one's been struggling, has done a turnaround, and keeping an eye out there. What's moving out there, guys, right now? Still basic materials up. Aluminum now up 7, copper up 6. So those were some that we gave really early. FCX still doing well there. So that one's an interesting one. Look how that one did right out the gates. Really pushed on up, and that was one of the strongest moves of the day. Let's take a look here at the SPY. How are we doing? We're coming back down towards the low. It sounds bad, but I would like to see that crack a little bit. But at the same time, I have some longs, some shorts right now. So I'm a little market neutral right now. I'm not really concerned too much about that. All right, so moves that I see up today, Oxy. We can look at FCX, of course. ENPH doing well. Solar play, guys. Nice little VWAP bounce play on ENPH. You guys can look at solar up almost 5% today, guys. So CISQ doing awesome. FTCI doing awesome. JKS doing good. Sol doing good. All these did VWAP bounce plays too. All of them. All of them. Literally almost every single one has a VWAP bounce play in it. Even Maxen, Nova, Run broke. It was more of a reversal of a bear pattern at the open there. But there's a lot of these moving on up. Solar doing really well. First Solar, look at that VWAP bounce. Beautiful VWAP bounce there in First Solar.
SoFi went ahead and broke that 2350. Climbing.
SoFi.
Yeah, so let me, I'm done with this laptop. Let me put this away.
I thought we were going to get an Office Space moment where the window.
Oh my goodness!
Zunaid frisbees the laptop.
It's just like Jesus Christ.
It's
anyway,
one of those days, my friend.
All right, we're just gonna talk to the chat because I can't trade and do that.
All right,
time. But look, $23.
Talk to us.
23 bucks was the the level that we talked about because it was a pre-market low. So you go ahead and see it right there.
EVGO.
We went ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just saying EVGO moving just really popped through 17, starting to get some mo here too. This volume's building here. I think we talked about EVGO recently. SoFi. Oh, look at that.
I wanted to quickly talk about because you saw the $20 was a level, which is where we went long here.
Yep.
Went ahead and sold half our size. Then we got stopped out, or at least I did. I know Ryan's still in the trade. You can see it came back up, tested that $23 level, and then it continued to go up. So it's my fault for not keeping an eye on this, but I just wanted to kind of explain the levels to you and why we got in the trade initially, why we got stopped out, and why we should have been back in with the same risk of the low of day here. But anyway, so far it's looking great. Now you want to go ahead and have it test at least the high, which is 24.63 right over here. But if you want to go ahead and take profits, if you're in the trade, 23.90 or so would not be bad because you can see it had a little bit of resistance right there on the let's pull up the 5 minute there. So you can possibly take some profits around the 23.90 area, and then the next target would be 24.50 area, if you will. Well, that's what's going on in SoFi right over there.
Yeah, looking pretty good. EVGO looks like it's going to take out the next spot. I think this is going to be what, 1769? Is that what that was? It's 1776. It's pushing back up there. EVGO. Here we go. Just want to shout out real quick in the chat. Jake, really like MNMD January 5 call. Looks like a bit of a risky play there that could pay off really huge. We are at some decent support with MNMD. This is Mind Medicine. This is a cannabis play, if I'm not mistaken. Psychedelic and psychedelic play. Excuse me. And medicines.
Yes.
The call position, if we end up taking out some of these highs, this can really get rippy, and those calls would be a huge winner. But I still think the risk on that is higher than average. I mean, let's keep that in perspective, because I took a super risky YOLO trade that I immediately went down 50% on. So I'm not poo-pooing it. I am just trying to outline all the different aspects of the trade. Christy Morris, how do y'all handle tax implications in day trading? That's a great question. I have a tax advisor who I just say, fix this for me, and that's what he does.
There you go. There you go. And yeah, definitely,
I would hire a
somebody.
professional is basically what I'm telling you.
Yeah, hire somebody. Talk to them about tax deductions, especially if you're paying for Benzinga Pro, you're paying for any other software, you're paying for TradingView, whatever. All that stuff you can possibly deduct. And I say possibly because it depends on a lot of different laws. If you open up an LLC, it might be more beneficial for you. If you go ahead and use your office space, you might be able to deduct this based on square footage compared to your rent, mortgage, whatever. So definitely find an expert to help you save some money.
You need to find out if you want to be a mark-to-market trader. There's a lot that goes into that, and a lot of it is, based on your current situation. So I think the best piece of advice would be hire a professional that can help you navigate that.
Yeah.
Looking around here, folks.
You've got, trying to see what else is going on here. Let's see what AFRM ended up doing after it took our money. Came back up a little bit. Am I sharing my audio again through my
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Thought I heard myself an echo. But anyway, yeah, went ahead and stopped us out, then it came back up a little bit, but thankfully, it didn't go crazy, so I'm not too mad about it. The next level that I would go ahead and try to get in on AFRM would be right over here around the 144 area if it does get all the way there. No clue if it will, but that's where I would kind of be hanging out. If you wanted to go short, not a bad idea if you want to do it at the 156, similar to how we did at VWAP right over here near that 158. But that's that right there. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Hanging out around that $300 level. Not really doing much. Let's do SPY. I don't really usually look at SPY. Bounced her off of that level right there. I wouldn't go long unless it was over like 465. You are getting some bullish flow on BYND. You're getting the $80 calls coming in that expire this week, approximately $50,000 worth. I bet you, no, not AMD, BYND. So I bet you that's flying. And yep, there it is. So you've got some call buyers here, probably looking at least test the high of day, which is 82.95. See if they can get that. Not in the trade, but I'm just telling you what options are coming in on BYND.
All right, guys. I'm trying to get out of that YOLO. I'm not getting a fill. That's the life. So I might just.
Is it spready or what?
It's not that spready. It's just more along. Just keeps coming down on my limit. Not filling me.
I see.
And that happens sometimes. So that's why you got to sometimes just fix your order, change it up. So I'm just going to change out the order here, cancel what I have, and try to get on out.
BGF. Oh, let's see. What is it? BGFB. What is this one? Sporting Goods. This one had a few minutes ago. It's a deep in the money, but they went ahead and had some 35 calls for about $270,000 worth. So big in the money play right there.
Out there.
That's down today.
Hex Pony calling FSL. FSL looking good right through the first resistance pivot today at 1081, printing 1092s near the day high now.
Oh, who called this out? Who was it?
Which one?
FSL. Who called this one out?
Hex Pony. Hex 214 Pony.
Hexy.
I wish you would have called this out earlier, because I would have played this off of that $10 level, because look at that right here. Yesterday, kind of bounced right off of it. I would have gone and take some right over here. Oh, man, this would have been really nice. Congrats if you took that trade yourself, though. That's awesome. But that $10 level played real great support there.
All right, I want to take a second here. It's 10:17. You guys have been probably trading. I understand that. But if you guys could do me the favor right now, let's smash that like. Let's get them going. Let's go. Let's go. We need to get towards 300 likes today. So definitely smash it on up, and we'll continue going here.
Did we just have Facebook likes on a YouTube channel?
Did you like that?
I
You like
love
that?
it. I love the way that it just like smothered you.
It
That I thought was
smothered me.
really cool, to the point where I forgot that it was Facebook likes that were asking on YouTube. But that was really cool. I like it. It
Hey,
like
I'm
just
trying to bring some
suffocated
new
you.
things. Trying to bring some new things.
No, that's
Zunaid.
really cool. I like it.
So right now, this is the time where you've already seen some moves happen. Now you're looking for the moves to hold and give you that continuation. You guys throw out a chart that you guys are bullish on. Bill's talking about Zynga below 770. Let's take a look at that Zynga trade. What are we seeing out there? Let me take a look here. Zynga's down to 750 now. It's really getting hit hard. We're wondering about this because this was put out as a rumor that it was going to be maybe bought out. But, I mean, Zynga definitely struggling here to make moves today. It's getting drilled. So be careful out there. Disliking the Dolphin hoodie.
Yeah, I ain't
What
mad
is
at
wrong?
that.
Sage,
Hey, at least he's long. At least you don't have
wanna
a
get
Detroit
blocked?
Lions hoodie.
You want to get blocked? Welcome to the block party, says Mitch.
This is the block party, bro. The band hammer. I'll pull the Portnoy. I'll start bringing a hammer here if you guys need me to. No, definitely, right? Yeah, Born, right?
Berlin not having any of that. Not taking any
Born
of that.
said, what?
No, sir.
That will be you banned, sir. Let's keep going, guys. All right, looking around out here, trying to find a good trade. I'm still in this BTBT here, guys. So I'm keeping an eye on this one. We're going to see if we can get a push back up. With Mara and Riot doing well, I want to see those continue doing well. So let me take a look here at Riot, see how it's doing today. It did have a nice push out the open. Holding VWAP right now, so you guys can take a look at that trade if you guys want to see it. Riot looking like it's setting up here. I like it. It's a 5-minute setup off the VWAP. And so now you're looking for that flag pattern, right? You see this flag, right? And we're looking for it to continue on through. So you got that dip through the VWAP where you could have been grabbing it right here. And now you're looking for it to get back on up here towards the resistance and that first 39. We'll see if we can get that move.
Lucid's moving.
Lucid?
Yeah, it just popped to highs here.
There you go. That's a good one to watch, guys.
Yep.
That pullback out of the shadow area, now trying to get back up there. We'll see if it gets on up through that 43.94, which is a resistance. We'll see if it gets through 44 with some good volume. Palantir was another one I wanted to watch today. How did that one trade? Trading down towards 2280s. I'm looking for this one to get towards 2260s again. I'd probably take a trade off of that and look for it to come back on up.
Wish highs?
Wishy.
Oh, boy.
You want to wish upon a dream?
No,
Looks
I mean,
like
I don't
someone's
want any
doing
part
it.
of it. I'm just calling it.
Yeah,
I mean,
go
someone's
ahead,
wishing.
Go ahead and get another maybe 400%, and a lot of people will break even. So
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I'll keep my eye on these. I know that they go away, but one thing that I was taught with parabolic movers is that they can always come back into play. So you keep these on watch. That's the same thing that happened with BBBY. If you would have kept that on watch, guess what? You could be catching a move like that today. As you guys can see, there's some of these short float stocks have been doing well. How did Naked do? It's still holding there. Sundial, been waiting to see these move. Look at Sundial starting to move on up. That's not a bad one to take a look at for a swing trade. I know a lot of traders are loading into this one. Why? Because they have a message by, I think they're on the NASDAQ, that they need to get back above that $1. And we know how important that is for these penny stocks. We'll see if that one keeps moving. I normally don't bring these into it, but I know a lot of traders are keeping their watch on these.
Looks like our man Jake went with you on PLTR doing the December 17th.
All right.
30 calls.
One thing to point out is that so Palantir's pattern looks very similar to me as Lucid's pattern. So if you could compare those, what I would say is when Lucid tried to do that washout move, so it did this washout move right here, where it was in August and it looked like it was just going to wash out, and then it eventually started coming back and then ripped through. That's what I'm expecting. Similar pattern of that, a fake out, like it's going down, like it's going to break, and then all of a sudden it just starts rip roaring and getting that volume to come back in.
If you can flip over to my screen real quick,
Let's do it.
Mitch. I want to take a look at PLTR here. Here's my concern with
Take a look,
PLTR.
man.
I actually do like this for hire at some point. I have no position right now. Full disclosure, I do like this for hire. The big thing that I've been watching over the last couple of months has been the sideways trading since the low that we put in back in May. You'll notice here we're actually making higher highs on this chart. So I actually had this trend drawn, and my hope was that what we did was we end up here. Let me actually draw this for you. We're going to use our horizontal ray, and we're going to put that here and here.
Getting
And
technical.
this is what I was hoping for, right? I was hoping for this stock to trade back up into this zone, which is a resistance zone. And then when we snap it, giddy up, right? Game is on here for a new trade. What happened was we actually broke down beneath this trend line. So for me, just from a technical perspective, I want to see this trend line reclaimed. As soon as we get that reclaimed, then we're going to have an opportunity to push into this resistance zone. And if you take out some of the sellers there, look out. We could be on for a run. So this is kind of the setup that I'm waiting for here in Palantir.
All right, guys, getting a turnaround. Might get stopped out here of BTBT. It could flush through my level right now, and then I might be out here. Just got to get that ready.
Yeah, SoFi still hanging in there, by the way.
Too. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just going to say SoFi still hanging in there. Went ahead and bounced off of VWAP, so still hanging tight, creating a little bit of consolidation, and then rip through it should be good. 2380 would be the breakout level for this quick 15-minute consolidation that's happening on SoFi.
Yep.
Stop loss should be below the VWAP.
I saw there, I think Matt, I can't remember what it was, but Matty Ice, I believe.
The ice.
Yeah, let me
Pass me one of
I
those.
can find the comment. He probably remembers. He made a pretty specific call for SoFi here. I'm trying to find it. I apologize that I can't find it right now. Matty Ice, didn't you say it was going to stop at 24 on the nose? I don't want to misquote you. That's why I'm trying to find the actual quote here itself. Can't find it though. Let me know.
It went to the highs of 24.63. Unless he said that after we had a little bit of a flush or something.
All right, guys. So one thing I want to go ahead and state, today is a special day. We're starting to stay on longer, but we need you guys to hit the like. So where we at right now, let me go take a look here. We should be at, I would say, at least over 200 already, but let's see where we're at. We're at 239. We need to get it towards 300, guys, so that we can stay on all the way until Benzinga TV. Do you guys want to hang out? We're here to hang out with you guys and trade. I know Zunaid and Ryan will have to get on out of here, but I'm ready to keep going, guys, and keep trading all day with you until Benzinga TV. So smash that like and push that button, guys. Push it. Push it. Just grab it and click. That's all you got to do, guys. Let's keep going.
Whose hand is that? Is that Spencer's hand? Whose hand is that?
Yeah. That's Spencer's hand in the metaverse, so don't worry.
So I think what I might do is I might take my easy
button. Look at my man. We're rocking
it.
the easy.
I might take my easy button and I might try to paint on on this so that we can use it for our show. The only problem is that if I hit it,
that was easy.
I can't change.
It's easy. It's easy to hit the like button. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've used this to get through some really rough days at work. Stuff is really getting out of hand. You just hit this.
That was easy.
It gets a lot easier. Of course, I'm kidding.
I like it.
Who needs a therapist when you've got an easy button like Ryan,
that's
baby?
Right. That is right.
Right?
That
Come
is
on, man.
right.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh my goodness!
So I wanted to
ugly.
examine the Nikola chart here because
Yeah.
we had Jake throwing out a trade idea here. Trying to go back and find it. Check out the 1 year Nikola chart. I think 12, 17, the 15, 16, and 17 call would all be deep in the money at time of expiration. If that's the case, you'd have a nice little trade on your hands, or a nice little profit on your hands. Excuse me. So you're talking about the 15, 16, and 17s. These are all in this area where there was resistance and support. So if you're able to clear some of this out, and in December, that's we still got a month, a little over a month in order to do that. So. Ryan has to dress up like Kramer. I would have to be dead, and it would have to be a Weekend at Bernie's type situation where you dressed me up and moved me around like that. There's no way.
The framer.
There's no way I'm dressing up like Kramer, and there's no way I'm shaving my head to be bald. No chance. Nope.
How many likes do we need for Ryan to shave his head?
Oof.
I
need a
doubt
lot.
there's enough likes in this universe to do that.
We
In
could
the
talk to Jason and
universe.
just kind of get you a little bonus, you know what I mean? To kind of, we'll call it a special performance for the show bonus, whatever you want to title it.
Whatever. As long as it works, right? All right, so
Man.
let's talk about the one, the only, the Tesla Dragon. I know that some people are definitely keeping an eye on this after Elon sells. We'll see if this can come back rip, rocking, and roaring. It's had a bearish move this morning, but we'll see if it can get back above VWAP and start ripping. That would help the market overall. How's Apple doing lately? I know that one's been
Hanging in there.
sideways. We're looking for it to rip, really. I mean, that could get us back on up. This one did turn back around from this trend line, so just be careful because it could start breaking back down. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at the overall market. How are we trading today? If we look at here at the 15-minute mark, we look like we're trying to break through a low right now, which would be 14. The low would be 464.23. So let's see if we break that. We could start coming back down and getting a little bit of a crack. I did get stopped out of my Chevron trade. That was that YOLO, but I'm seeing oil starting to come back down. We'll see what happens with this.
Yeah, so if I went ahead and broke their VWAP so far, at least on the 5-minute. So we'll see what ends up happening. But again, that $23 is your ultimate start to worry. And then, of course, break of low of day. That's where you want to go ahead and get out. You possibly can, but that's what's going on there. It looks like AFRM, that 150 level said bye-bye. And ever since that VWAP rejection right over here, it's just been a slide on down. Again, I'm going to go ahead and try to look for a bounce at that 145. Let me go ahead and set my alert right there. So I can try to get into the play, but for now, I'm staying out of it.
There we go. 304, baby. That's what I like to see.
By the way, I have a
Thank
lot
you,
of
guys.
folks on the Twitterverse talking about this stock right here, AESE. I personally got to do a little bit more DD on this one, but they're possibly talking about like it being a buyout or something like that. I've got no clue. The reason I bring this up right now is because I'm going to try to do some DD on it after I sign off on the show here. But if you guys are interested in this one, do your homework on this one. Ripster's one who's calling this one out from what I understand.
Yeah, I'll help
$2 would be my risk level right here.
I'll help
Below 2, I'm getting out of there. You know
I'll
what I
help
mean?
you with this one. I actually traded this one. I was in I traded, this was a loss that I took from, I think the low threes to the high ones.
Okay.
This is the AESE. This is they want to buy something, but they're not really sure. I think they're 40% owned by China. Be really careful if you're going to trade AESE. There are better names in this. I get the Ripster mention. Okay. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Totally got it.
I wish it had options, but it doesn't.
Be very, very careful.
I like SLGG more.
Yeah, so do I.
Have that one. So
So
I
do
would
I.
look for the
What is it?
relationship play.
SLGG?
Yeah, Super
SLGG.
League Gaming. And so is it having a good day today?
Yes, it is. The only problem with SLGG is this is a company that loves to eat
that was
cash.
nice.
All right. This is a company that loves to eat. The SLGG, this was actually my biggest trade of the year. 5-figure trade on this earlier in the year. It took this from 190 to 10s on the commons. So this was an absolute monster for me. I'm actually still in, let's see, I still have 200 shares from $7, right? So I'm down 3 entire points at this point on the remaining shares, but all of that was bought with profit, right? I tried to actually rebuy some for another move. I'm willing to sit on this. Ann Hand is your CEO here. Really like her, but she loves to spend money. So until they get this figured out, you might have these days where it's kind of trading around this low number, but it can really take off. I am bullish on the future of this company. But until the balance sheet and the statement of cash flows improves, we might have some volatile moves. I do like this a lot more than AESE though.
Yeah, that's what so one thing when I always see a high flyer, I look for not the high flyer. I don't like to trade high flyers. I trade the laggard play. I look for the relationship play and for it to come in and help another stock that is trying to go up, especially if that other stock has a technical setup for it to start pushing on up. I'll look for that kind of sympathy play. So that's what I always look for. That's why AESE was one that I'd just look at SLGG. And just to mention, these were two that in the pandemic, I was really bullish on. And I am kicking myself because I should have just bought both of them and diversified. And now I could have been looking back and one would be up like 1,000%. So,
well, I mean, first of all, I can tell you the exact reason why AESE popped to 250. It was because I sold it. I sold it, and a week later,
Ryan.
it popped.
It was Ryan.
That's just how it goes.
That's how it was for me in BGFV.
What did you do?
BGFV. I ended up selling BGFV, and then what did it do? 2 days afterwards, that move.
2 days. Okay, that's a little that's a little tough.
You know what the funny part is? I always tell people, Ryan, when I'm in swing trades and I get stopped out, I'm like, maybe you should go long that. Fade Mitch's stop out.
Oh man, there was a point
I've seen it where it's like, oof.
There was a point where fading my calls, you probably would have a Lambo. Like I was going through such a bad streak that literally everything I bought did the opposite. Bang.
Hey, Ryan, do you remember my email address when you and I first talked?
Do I remember it? Wasn't it made in India? Oh no, that's your. Oh,
no,
fade myself. Fade myself.
Fade yourself. Fade yourself. So when Ryan and I had first connected, because Jason wanted me to talk to him about something about Benzinga Pro, he was like, "Oh, what's your email? Let me look it up." And I was like, "Fade yourself." And he's like, "You used to bet, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And if I faded myself, I'd be rich as hell.
Knew it immediately. Real quick, I saw someone in the chat ask about DraftKings. Let me see if I can get who that was. Where was that?
DraftKings.
Yeah, I saw GKNG here just a second ago, but the chat's moving by fast, and we got. Anyway, DraftKings at a decent level here for support. It's been in such a bad downtrend recently. Really hard to buy it. This level right here, though, $40 even. This is going to be my line in the sand. I mean, to me, I think at this point, if you believe in this or if you like this company, if you use it even, this might be an opportunity for a bounce play, right? The last time that we traded back into this, again, off of a really steep sell-off, bounced pretty hard off of that. Tried to retest it, didn't quite go, and then tried to make a new high. So this seems to be a really important point here. The question is, do we break down or do we bounce? I'm in the camp that I think that we bounce here, but no position right now. I want to see it come in a little bit more.
One of y'all had mentioned EVGO. That's been running up real nice since the open.
Mm-hmm.
EVGO been on the scanner all morning today. This was and yesterday too, on a huge gap and some really crazy volume in the morning. But let's see. And what we really need here is the high. Yep, right here.
All right, guys, what's doing well for me today, and I'll go to it, was Outlet. We talked about it before the open. I added on the pullback. I'm now up significantly on this position.
Nice.
We'll see what happens with this. I added on the $4 pullback. I actually added at 395s. So we're talking down here, guys. Looking for this to continue on moving through the 450s today. If that could continue on moving through 450, next level for me on this is up there towards what? It gets all the way up towards 515. So if 515s or 6 could hit on this, I mean, we're talking about a monster winner for me because I've been buying it down at the bottom. My average cost is now up towards 389, but my original entry was down towards, I think my average was closer towards 360 something. So I've been moving it up slightly, but giving myself an ability to add to a winner and let it run if it runs. But last time it cracked through 4, I actually took half of the shares off, what I call momentum shares, and I want to make those come back into play on the next momentum move. So that's why I bought the pullback today.
I highlighted Matty Ice's comment here. Gotta wait to play DraftKings, unfortunately, for tax purposes. The reason I highlighted this is because I believe it was Christy earlier was asking us, hey, how do you trade around the wash sale rules and things of that nature? Matty Ice is giving you an example right here live. You're waiting to do it because I'm guessing that you traded it recently. You took a loss on it. You have to wait the certain amount of time, 30 or 60 days or whatever it is.
30, yeah.
30 before you can actually buy it again. So good stuff there, Maddie. Christy, it looks like just to kind of put 2 and 2 together here, it looks like in some cases, just kind of remember what you take a loss on and re-examine it when you're outside of that wash sale parameter.
Yeah. And that's where that mark to market trader thing comes in handy, because I believe you don't get wash sales. But again, call your CPA, go ahead and call your broker, get some clarification on it. But if you're a day trader, it might be beneficial for you to be mark to market, so you don't have to worry about wash sales.
All right, guys. I will say that this has been a tough one right now, but we just got a monster volume push in BTBT. It's been a hard one here. I've just been watching it, holding it, looking for it to pop, see what's going to happen. And it just, I don't know who just jumped in there, but 120,000 shares in 1 minute. Let's see if this one starts rocking. We'll see if it gets continued volume, but definitely for you to be like trading only 8,000 shares, maybe 20,000 shares, and then go to 100,000 shares, something's up here. So we'll see what happens here, guys.
Someone in the chat was mentioning Roblox. If you want to go ahead and bring my chart up, look at where it went ahead and bounced off of yesterday's low. Always got to make sure you go ahead and look left. Might need us a t-shirt that says look left, but you can see where it went ahead and bounced. What's the play now? For me, you could look for a rejection on the 100, but if you believe you want to get to the long idea, you can wait for it to kind of get long over 100, have a little bit of consolidation, have a test, but around that $100 level is where I would go long. And if you want to play the put side, rejection of 100 is something that you can go ahead and take a look at doing as well. But
FSIL testing 11 again, being mentioned by Christopher. Maybe we take a look at that one. It's probably been moving well there. That's FSIL. Let me take a look here.
James, did we cover PSFE down 40%? Missed this one. Yes, we did. We called it garbage and we moved on. That's basically what we did.
You know, it's the reason why, Ryan, I know you brought it up earlier, and I'm just showing the FSO chart, but one that I try to stay away is PayPal and Square right now. I know that you brought it up, and it's not to be negative towards the stock you brought up, but really to me, I keep hearing worries about their crypto payments and things like that. And so to me, that scares me because regulation is the one thing that can change a story instantly. Even though these have awesome stories, bullish upsides, payment services definitely in need and will be continued needed. But the one thing that I always worry about is the DOJ. DOJ talk is something that I've learned I stay the hell away from.
I mean, so first of all, Mitch, no offense taken. And in fact, I would encourage you and anyone else to shoot holes in any of the stock thesis that I bring up. I actually think that's going to rise the tide for everyone because we're going to be able to eliminate a lot of junk. That is not a bad thing. I actually appreciate that. Please keep it up. As far as the payment processors go, these have, had some pretty outsized runs, right? So if we do get any type of pullback, if people that have gains in these, they're going to sell these winners and they're going to go to cash in that regard. So there's definitely some risk here. The thing for me, I don't have any positions in any of these payment processors right now because of the environment we find ourselves in, but I still like these stocks. And on a sell-off, if these things come into support and show any type of holding, I'm probably going to take them. To your point about the DOJ talks like that, I don't like to make hypothesis on what's going to happen or guesses. So I kind of wait for that to play out because I have absolutely no control over those talks and what's going on with that. So I pay attention to it, but I try not to let that ruin the trade, if you will, for me.
Yeah, definitely. I say it's something that I'm definitely speculating, right? That's the word.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so to me, it's just more along that I think that when a stock makes a massive run like they've done, and then you get something like that where it's not necessarily what I would call a micro catalyst, it's a macro catalyst that could affect not one stock, but the overall collection of them.
The basket, yeah.
That's when I get a red flag. I'm like, no, I'm not going to play that.
And that's a valid red flag, Mitch. And you know what? That's probably going to keep you in some safer positions too. Not bad advice.
There's always other plays out there, right?
Absolutely.
Guys? Like,
Absolutely. And here you go. So despite me liking them, I'm not in them because of what you just said. I found other plays that I can chase that alpha in. Darren
Definitely.
here with probably the comment of the day. Echo chambers are never a good thing. Good to have alternative views. Let me tell you something, folks, that goes for more than stocks too. That is 100% true on stocks, and it goes for more than stocks. Darren, great piece of advice. Thanks.
All
for
right,
joining
Ryan,
me.
I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping you guys up. Zunaid and Ryan, I let you guys stay a little extra. Give you guys some extra. So you guys out there, do me the favor. You guys appreciated Ryan and Zunaid staying extra. Smash that thumbs up. Let's keep these going. We're at, I think now we're at what? 313. Can we get 400? What's going on out there, guys? Smash the like. We're trading here live. I got BTBT. We'll see if we get this one running. And Zunaid and Ryan, I'll let you guys go ahead and wrap on up. If you guys want to go ahead and talk about any trades that you made today or something that you might be looking forward to going into tomorrow. So what do you guys have out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm of course going to watch the general market as I do every day. I'm still going to watch some of those earnings winners that we talked about. I'll go ahead and pull them up here as I'm talking about it. We had Chara, of course. This is the coal ash remediation, not really taking off here. I actually added a bit to this since it didn't move. The numbers are good. I encourage you to go through it. SMSI is the other one that I'm going to watch here. This actually, I believe, got a $9 price target from Lake. I can't find it in here. This might not be updated yet in the newsfeed, but I'm pretty sure that this got an upgrade as well. Really solid earnings report. So going to watch both of these. The other thing is I'm going to watch tech, right? It looks like Apple's trying to push off here. We'll see. We'll see how that actually causes the rest of the broader market to trade. And then, of course, I'm watching my bag, SoFi.
Nice.
All right. Keeping an eye out on oil. It's just starting to turn around. So if you guys want to take a look at that, you guys could maybe keep an eye on drip. Zunaid, how was your day? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, day was green, but barely just because of the stop outs that we had. But I'm looking at SoFi. We went ahead and talked about if you wanted to go short the $100 rejection and you already got yourself $1 in that move. I'm waiting for it to come back maybe to around the $96 area if it does. And maybe I can grab some longs on this one for a retest of that $100. But going back to SoFi, which Ryan was in since the beginning, waiting for this one to see if it's going to continue with the upwards momentum or if it's going to break 23. Wouldn't mind getting a YOLO of a $24 call that expires on the weekly. And in terms of AFRM, waiting for this one to still come on back down to about the 146 area so I can grab some all the way down to 145 with a stop loss at 144, 143. If I grab some contracts, we'll report to you guys tomorrow how it does. Do we have trading tomorrow? I have to check on mine.
Unfortunately, we will have all access tomorrow.
That's what it is.
But, we'll be back on Monday like always. I will let you guys know I might take a trade on drip here. So I'm looking at drip, still looking at outlet, keep moving on up. I'll let Zunaid and Ryan get on out of here. You guys smash the like for Ryan and Zunaid. I'm going to stick around with you guys, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right here trading. Yeah. We got a lot more to talk about, so definitely smash that like. What's up, Zunaid?
Yeah, I wanted to let people know in the chat later today at 1 o'clock, I will be having co-hosting a Spaces with Gav from Wolf Financial. Let me see. As soon as this thing loads up, I can go ahead and spam it in the chat. Let me switch my accounts, get back to mod mode.
I do love my drip.
Where is it? Where is it? Why can't I find it, man? It says 9 waiting. I'm in the wrong one. There we go.
I'm in the wrong one.
There it is. There's a link to it. So 1 o'clock later today, Gav and I will be having a space. It's just talking about market stuff. We're talking with a bunch of great individuals, Trent Spider being one of them, Shark of Traders, and a bunch of other traders as well. So if you have time, 1 o'clock, hang out with us, set the reminder, and we'll see you guys there in just a bit. See you, Mitch.
All right, man. I'll get you on out of here. Later, Zunaid. All right, guys, I'm sticking around, so definitely smash that like. We're at 345. Can we get to 400? I'll go ahead and take another day trade if we get towards that 400. I'm going to start doing a little bit of a recap here. So if you guys got a trade you guys want to talk about, or if you made a great gain today and you just want to bring it up, what was you looking at? What was your idea? Definitely mention it in the chat. And who knows, maybe I might give you a link to come on with me right now. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we're seeing out there. I'm going to bring up my Benzinga Pro here in a second here, just so you guys can take a look at the movers. We can find what moved today. And this is what I really use Benzinga Pro for, is setting up my mornings and looking for movers and trying to find the catalyst, if there is any, for that stock. So a lot of times I'll go into my gainers list on the day and start looking through these stocks to see if I can find anything that a reason or rhyme or reason why these stocks are trading the way they are. So definitely smash the like button, like I've mentioned, and let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. Whenever you're searching for plays, we want to go ahead and definitely take a look at the movers list. I'm going to stop that share screen, share this other one here, and we'll take a look here. All right, so bringing it up here. If you guys got a stock, definitely mention it. Let's keep going. Let's take a look here at the biggest gainers of the day. So PPSI definitely showing up here. This is Pioneer Power Solution. Looks like electric vehicle charging solutions for full range of applications. So we're going to take a look here. PPSI definitely having a great day. We'll see if these guys continue to run. This one went from $7 all the way up to $10, pulling back there towards $9.35. Crazy day for that mover. Let's keep going. What other ones do you see? Fossil Group. This is one that I was watching this morning. Came back towards 18, holding 18 well. Could end up getting through 20. We'll see what happens. Root, the next one up, trading higher after better than expected Q3 earnings per share and sales results. This is why I love Benzinga Pro. The why is it moving area can help you find the catalyst immediately. You see the stock, you see the gainers, and this can help you keep moving. Pola could catch sympathy. I 100% agree with this, Ben. This is a stock that I've been watching for a while, Pola, and it started moving well. So keep your eyes on that one, and we'll see if it keeps moving. What I'll catch up in the chat. Looks like a firm being mentioned. Docs talked about by shifting gears. That's not a bad one. That was mentioned this morning. I do like that one. It does have Docs does have their IPO lockup date today. Just want to give you that, shifting gears, if you didn't know it, or if you did, well then I'm sorry I went over the same information for you, but we'll see what happens. Doc's doing good for you today. We'll see if it can continue making moves. So let's keep going. What other ones are moving here? Dillard's up 22%. This has been an absolute monster after earnings per share up from $1.43. It's incredible. This company has been a monster. I really did not expect to see these types of numbers from Dillard's, but they've been kicking ass. Let's just say it. I don't like to curse too much on here, but they've been kicking ass. All right, Colin, I see Hexo. Please don't repeat the same ticker like 5 times in the chat. You're just going to take away from the value of everybody in the chat. So I'll touch your Hexo as long as you promise not to do that again for me. Let's keep going. Let's take a look there. I'll take a look at Hexo in a second. I want to get through at least the top like 5 or 6 stocks here. So Evolve Technology. If you guys don't know what Evolve Technology is, this is a new type of metal detector, but it's not a metal detector. It helps you walk through stadiums really quickly, or maybe it's going towards a concert or something like this. This can go ahead and help. Another thing that I like with this company is that it potentially could get into schools. So we're keeping an eye on that. Looks like they had better Q3 EPS and a higher end for the fiscal year 21 sales guidance. So good guidance and a good push there on Evolve. Another one having a good day, Open. Open had good earnings. We'll see if this one can come back up and roar, but definitely having an awesome day. EVgo is another one that you guys can take a look at. SoFi, we've been talking about multiple times today. That looks like it's setting up for another run. We'll see if SoFi can get another run. EVgo, definitely an awesome day for that, and we'll see how that continues. Wish, we've mentioned before, and some of these movers that you see here. But let's go ahead. I'll start touching the ones from the chat. Wanted to be mentioned was Hexo. So let's see what we're seeing on Hexo. Looks like we're at $1.62. This has been in rumors that it could get a buyout. I don't know what happens right here with Hexo. I honestly would be careful. You just don't know right now. And so to me, I'd stay away, but it's up to you if you want to go ahead and trade that stock. Going to go catch up with the chat. What's up being mentioned there? I did see someone talk about SPI. Looks like SPI to debut next gen solar electric pickup truck and utility van at the LA Auto Show. So good catalyst there coming into play with SPI. I actually like this play. I might swing it right now, guys. I do like this play right now at 5. You know what? Let's take a swing trade on that. I like that news. You guys brought me the news right here. SPI, I'm going to go ahead and try to get a swing trade on this right now. Let's see if I can get an order fill here. So I'm looking for 5 10s here, or let's just do 5 12s. Let's just get in here. Looking to get an entry here, and then we'll look to see if we can add. Trying to get an order out there filled. I did not get a filled yet, but so we'll see if we get a fill here. Put the order out there. So looking to get a fill here in this stock, but it is starting to move. The algo's picking up that news that you guys gave us. So we'll see what happens here. All right, they're jumping my orders here. It's up there towards a ask of 515, 516, now up there to 519. I'm putting out orders slightly behind it, trying to get pullback fills here. We'll see if we get the pullback fills and I'm able to get into this stock. But good job, you guys mentioning it in the chat. I'm trying to get in it. We'll see what happens here. All right, going to share my other screen here, go back to it, take a look at it and see what's going on. As you guys can see, I've been trading this one before. I've traded it at $5 before. It went up to a high of $5.85. The good catalyst coming out right now. I do like it through this high. We're looking for pullbacks closer towards 510 and 515 to get in, but we'll see what happens on SPI. All right, catching up with the chat. What's going on and being mentioned? We got QSR, Bernita bringing Uber in here. So let me just go ahead and start going through some of these stocks that you guys are bringing up, and I can keep moving through. All right, so now it's up there to 522. Still haven't gotten a fill. Could have got that 512s already. Up there 10 cents. Thank you guys for bringing the news. I'll see if I get a fill. I mean, I'm not going to overextend myself and jump up here towards the 520s, but definitely it was a great trade and you guys brought it really quickly. So I appreciate you guys bringing the news. That's what it's about, guys. Outlet continuing to move. That one's looking good for me. I'm still in this one, looking for this one to continue moving on up. Has been pushing on up there towards 430s. Can we get to 450s and above? We'll see if that one can continue moving on up. Hexo was that one that was talked about earlier. It's trying to push, but I don't see too much on there. QS being mentioned by Bill. Let's take a look here. QS, what a monster. This was a stock that I gave back down here. Even on this first move, I liked it. It's continuing to push. This is a battery play. Keep it on watch, and we'll see how these move. Also, Microvast is a relationship that you can watch for this to get strong. This was an interesting one. I would like to get this one when it goes back through 10 and see it get strong. That's Microvast Holdings. We'll keep going through here. Snap being mentioned. This was actually a trade that I think Spencer's in. He's looking for it to fill this gap on up. If it fills that gap, of course, that would be a great trade. But for right now, multiple bottoms, 5150 is your support. That needs to continue holding. All right, Mufe talking about Gush or Drip. I wanted to take a look at Drip and take a order there because I did see 1 million shares go through here. So this would be the level right here, 460s, and I'd hold maybe towards 440s or 450s and look for a push back up there. You would want to see a push towards, let's say, 480s or $5 on that. That's Drip and Gush. I'd look for the opposite move, a breakdown. Let's keep going. What's going on out there? CRSR Thinker being mentioned. I was actually thinking about maybe potentially swing trading this one, and man, now it's hurting me a little bit because I did see that nice push on up, pull back. I love when a stock does this. When a stock does a nice push like you see here in this candle, look for that pullback towards the support, and then a continuation moves through that high. That's exactly what you're getting right now. I'd look for pullbacks to 26, but CRSR looking great right now. Good little push there on the hourly. I was looking at it this morning. Why? Because you could clearly see what a nice trend line here was looking for that pop through 25.50s, and look how that popped through to 27. Good looking chart there, Thinker. If you got that one, can't blame you. I didn't leave. My pool guy showed up and I'm back. Hey, no worries. Let the pool guy do his thing. If you look at pool, it's been doing really well. Look at this stock. One of those stocks that is forgotten. Look at pool. This is a stock that we were bringing back up in June and July. And look how that stock's been continuing to move up 40%, up there towards 549. So let the pool man do his work, man. Paul mentioning ENPH. ENPH monster moves. Solar's really hot right now. Let's take a look at the sectors, see what we got moving right now. Looks like basic materials still leading us. Aluminum now up 8% and copper up 7%. We brought it up when it was at 5%. FCX continuing to move. Nice little pullback, pushed on up there. COA was another one we gave. And I gave this one out early, guys. CENX. I gave this out back on this move, 1450s. It's now up there to 1515. We'll see if this can continue moving. ACOA also having a great move there. So a lot of stocks moving out there. Going to go ahead up and catch my breath here. You guys already know. JD, I see you out there. Colin talking about Mile. Mile had that deal with Lemonade, so keep your eyes on that one. Mogo seems to be lagging from recent news of Q3. I'll take a look at that one, Ben. I don't mind that one. Freddie P talking about the Rublocks. We can take a look at Rublocks also. SPI talking about a pullback here. Yes, we are getting that pullback, Chris. I'll let you know if I get my fills in. I still haven't gotten a fill here, so I'm looking to get a fill. I have an order out at 515 and an order out at 512s. So we'll see if we get some fills and we can take an attempt here. So what I'm going to do is look for that pullback here. We'll see if we get that fill in 515s, but I also could see it coming back towards the VWAP, which is 508s. So if we do come back towards that level, look for another add on the position. All right, guys, got to keep up with my positions here. Definitely don't want to lose on these positions. Outlet really ripping for me. That one's really looking good. Lazar really doing well also. Let's take a look at that. How's that one doing? Now back above VWAP. We want to see it close above 20, get up there towards the 21. One thing that I was pointing at was the chalk money flow. Money flow got down there really fast down there. So we're looking for a scoop back up on the hourly. And you can see right here how it went down to an extreme low and then pushed back up there. So look for it not to get back down towards, let's say down towards this 38. Look for it actually to get up towards the positive. That's going to show us that Lazar is getting that money flow back in, and we could see a strong move back towards 22, even 24s. That's what I'm looking for, guys. We'll see if we can get that move. What's going on out there? Roblox up, but long on options. January 22nd being talked about in the chat. Hut crushed on earnings. Pull back and go. I can take a look at Hut in a second. Now I need to catch up with my positions right quick. So let me give it a quick second. Let me look at what's going on out there. So I have a lot of positions open. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 positions open right now. So keeping an eye out on these. Let's go back towards BTBT, see what's going on in that one. We did get a monster rip on the volume, but we haven't gotten continuation on the hourly. We want to see this get back above 1176 and rip through 1180s, giving us a push towards 12. That could be a push eventually towards 1250s and 13s. We'll see if we can get it here. I've been trading this one, guys. I'm looking for it to get back on up there. We'll see if we get that push. All right, catching up with the chat. What's up out there? How we doing? SPCE, Damien bringing in. So one that I talked about earlier that could make a move was Rocket Lab. Look for it to get strong here. Why? Because it could have a launch today, and that launch itself could give it a lift. That's why I was talking about this $14 level being interesting. Look for a pullback towards VWAP here. I do like this trade if it does make that push on up here. So Rocket Lab not looking bad. If you look at the hourly, you'll see a nice pullback trend line. Look for that trend line to even break here on the hourly. You can see how this is coming on up there, wants to break through 1450 and see if it could get to the next level. We'll see if it gets on there to that next level. And SPCE is the one that you mentioned. So that is moving, I think, off a sympathy of this. So as long as the Rocket Lab goes well, I think you could see SPCE get a little push. But really, I mean, how much could this go further? I think maybe up towards 20, but it doesn't have its own catalyst right now. And so I'd keep an eye out on Rocket Lab, which is, I think, a better one. All right, smash the like Bourne says. Let's keep this going. We have over 361 likes. Can we get to 400? I said I'd take another trade if we got towards that 400, and we haven't gotten there, guys. So I need you guys to hit it. SPI, man, it's killing me not being able to grab that one. You guys called it out right on the knob. We started looking at this one. It ripped. It was right here at 512s, pushed on up there towards a high of 528. We're looking for pullbacks to get in, but we're not going to overextend ourselves. We'll see if we can get this one on a pullback. SPCE, that is what I told my pool guy. Hey, you never know. Let's keep going. Rivian running. Chris bringing in there. Nice one to bring up. Let's take a look at that. RIVN. There you go, guys. Nice sideways action on the 5-minute, pushing on up there to 119s. This could actually turn around some stories here. But Rivian, appreciate you bringing that up. Nice little lift there, about a 7% move. I'd look for pullbacks maybe to 117 here. Let's see what happens. How far can this one start running today? Day 2 of the IPO. Yesterday's high was 119.46. So look for that 119.50s to give us a nice push. We're at 119.24s right now. Let's see if we can get that lift. Bubba talking about marijuana stocks. Well, I'm in Colorado, so if I want marijuana stocks, I can just stock up, right? But look at Rivian really pushing. Nice trade there, guys. Keeping an eye out on some other trades out there to see if we get some fills. I'll let you guys know. Definitely SEAH not doing bad for me either. Keeping an eye on a lot of these trades. There's a lot going on out there. So you guys smash that like button. Let's keep it moving. All right, Rivian trying to get towards that 1950s, just touched it. So that would be the high breakout here. I'll put the hourly so you guys can see that. I'm going to put a line here so you guys can see it. There's that 1946. Do we rip on through there, get some volume to increase? That's what you want to see there. Definitely some selling happen right now, but look for it to continue. All right, keeping an eye out on all the trades out there, just making sure that we're not risking into something that we don't want to risk. Everything's looking great for us right now. Lies are pushing back up there. Even body's starting to get back on up there. So I do like how it keeps hitting that bottom. I've been looking to maybe extend into this. Why? Because I'm looking to swing trade this. This is more of a swing trade. So might double down here and take a little bit more shares, as I've been looking for the 15th to be a big day for us. I'll let it get back above 5. I'll just leave it alone for right now. Catching up with the chat. If you guys got something to take a look at, please let me know. If SPACs attack on today, Cole, no, we are missing SPACs right now. I'm going to actually be here and walk you guys through into Benzinga TV. You guys smash that like button. We have over 500 people watching right now. Give the like. We're looking at Rivian right now, looking to see if it can make that next leap. GoPro is a name I would never buy and think it's a multi-year turnaround after reading earnings report. Hey, you never know. I did hear a lot of people talk about GoPro and their earnings report. Let's take a look here. What else is being mentioned? Looks like Bros being mentioned. You guys know how I like my Bros and my coffee there. Dutch Bros sideways here. Look for it to maybe get that next leap right here. So I would look for it. It now has a couple times tried to break this 66, 67. I want to see a push through 68 here to see if it wants to make that next move on up. I'd point out kind of more of this trend versus this extreme point. You had this in pre-market. It went up, came down, up, came down, up, came down. Now you just want to see it hold this 66, 67, because if not, it'd break down towards this low. And we want to see it get back on up there through 68. 68 would look strong if it could get back up there with some good volume. Fiverr, FVRR. This one's an interesting one. I've been watching this one to see if it could keep going. I do like the daily chart. You did get a spike up, but it could fill this gap first. It could fill that gap first and then take that next leg up. It's one to keep on watch because I think the next run in Fiverr you really want to be in. I think that run could take us past 323. So I'm keeping an eye out on this one. It's had that gap before where it gapped down here, and we're looking to see if that gap can fill. That gap still hasn't filled, which is right here, guys. And so look for that to fill eventually too. So if we can get that downside move, maybe then get on up through here, through the 200, maybe we can make that move towards 224 and 225 here. SEAH on CNBC tonight. That's what I like to hear. I still have this one, guys. I've been holding it for a while. I actually added down towards that down move that we went below 11s. I'm near 1048 on this one now. So we're talking down here, guys. I've had this one since $10. I did add to it. Looking for it to push through 12. We'll see if you can get that lift. SEAH. Going to be on CNBC tonight. Thank you, conversation. There are 575 people watching. Should be 574 likes. There's always one sad sack. I mean, Jody, don't worry about the sad sack. He's probably a pessimist. We're optimists here, and we're looking forward to continued move. MC talking about pay safe. Want tears? I'll cry with you. No worries. Did it open up again? I don't think it's opened up. Oh, it did. It opened up. It's just trading down right now. It's still trading down. Really getting hit. One sign that is not a good sign is the money flow. Look how the money flow was trying to get back above the positive line and now has taken a hard dip. And has this dip ever been down here before? Yes, it has. So that's a good sign. At least it's gone down here before, but you really want to see a turnaround from here. This is one that I would stay away from right now. And be careful, guys. You guys know I'm a SPACs Attack fan. Normally we'd have SPACs Attack on right now, so definitely hit the like button for me. I want to see some likes get on up, but I'm going to talk about some SPACs here because normally we'd have SPACs content on right now. So you guys want to drop in some SPACs, mention them. I see Lucid mentioned, Ride, PTRA. I see Blaze being mentioned. That's what I like to see. So definitely, guys, smash the like. We'll get into some of these SPACs. I'm going to put on a trailer right quick to catch a deep breath, take some drink, get some water right quick. I'll be back. You guys smash that like. Let's keep this going. I want to see 400.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
That's what I love about you guys. You know, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? Definitely keeping this going. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? What's up? How we doing out there? Looking for some squeezes to come into play. Yes, I said it. I want to see some squeezes out there. If you guys are searching for some plays, let me know. Use the metal detector, whatever you got to use. Let's find the plays right here on Live Trading with Benzinga. Let's keep it going, guys. Smash that like. All right, guys, looking for a push out here in some trades. I'm having a good day. Overall account up 2.18%. That's pretty good for my overall account. So having a great day. Stocks that are leading for me. Lizar is really doing well for me, starting to bounce back there, up there towards $20. We'll see if it can get through that high here. I'll go ahead and put up the chart here. Sorry about that. So LAZR, we'll see if we can get on up through that high and get that push through. Another one that I'm in, guys, I'm going through my portfolio for you guys so you guys know exactly the trades that I'm in. Outlet continuing to move, so I'm not stressing about Outlet. That was one stock that I'm looking for to push through 450s, now at 448. We bought this one up this morning at 395. You guys could have joined me on this trade. Let's keep going. Let's see what other stocks are moving out there. Like always, guys, this is only for informational purposes, not for investment advice, and it's not for you guys to be copying trading, but for you guys to learn. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're doing this for. All right, keeping it going. FSR being mentioned. SPI filled. Chris, guess what? Let's go take a look at mine. See if I got a fill. All right, looks like boom, baby. Got 515s, guys. We got the fill there, so not stressing about that. Looking to add some on that name. So we got SPI there. Let's take a look here at SPI. I just took some shares there at 515s. So we're going to put a little dot there. We're looking for a dip below VWAP. So our next add would be somewhere in this area. So if we get in towards, let's say we're going to put out an order at 506 to add to the position. If we can get that fill, we'll definitely take it. All right, so I'm going to put out a limit order here, 506. Put out an order to add to the position if we could get it. And we'll see if we can get that kind of pullback and look for an extension to continue. All right, catching up with the chat. I know that you guys, I talked about that I'd go into some SPACs, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm seeing a lot of stocks coming through here now. So I did say I'd talk SPACs, so let's go ahead. Let me scroll up a little bit so I can find some of those SPACs. Lucid going crazy. Let's take a look at Lucid. Vic talking about Lucid, so definitely smash the like. I love this trade because it went into the gap zone. The gap zone is right here, guys. You guys know how I like to look at gap zones. I said, look for this to get into that zone, and then it pull back, and then look for it to get back through that zone and break through that zone. So we got on up through there, pulled back. Now we're looking for the breakout. Look for it to continue to 47.60 on a swing trade if you got a good level. But for right now, definitely Lucid looking hot, pushing on through there. And with that being said, you could probably see Rivian continue moving. We'll see if it can get through that 119.50 area. As you can see how important it is because of the hourly high that we pointed out. So there you go. We'll see if it gets through that. Rivian doing well. PPSI, no, is DPI. I'm losing one ticker that I wanted to bring up. I'll bring it back to you guys. I got you guys. If you guys, let's keep going. PTRA, bringing up by Aaron Sachs. So take a look at that one. Proterra. This one was mentioned on SPAC's attack, even on Monday when we started talking about the infrastructure trade. We definitely like this pop. I would look for a continuation. I love this trade right now. It looks really good, nice and set up. You got a support here down towards 11. Nice days to crack it the last 2 days, and now you claim that 11. So to me, as long as it can hold 11 now, you're bullish. So you tried to break it down. What 3 times here? Yeah, 3 times. Perfect. 3 times trying to break down through that level. Today we tried to wash out through it, and we claim it. So from now on, as long as it holds 11 on pullbacks, I'm feeling bullish about this chart, and it could come back and take out that high 13. If it does take out that high towards 13, just where we are at right now, you're talking about an 8% gain. And for a risk down towards 11 right now would be about 7.6%. So let's look for a pullback closer towards 1150, where it could give us about a 4.5% risk towards a move up towards 13, which would be 13.82%. We'll see if we get that pullback to VWAP, which would be 1150, and that's where I would look to take a long on PTRA. Good looking chart. Nice trend to it. Looks like it when this breaks, look for that pullback to VWAP and that push. But look how that trend keeps going and it bounces off of it multiple times. Good levels there on PTRA. All right, let's keep going. Another one, GGPI. There you go, Thomas. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing a good one here. Nice little push towards 11. Good VWAP bounce plays. Nice pushing on up. Came up, right back to it. Scoop on up. That's a good one out there being mentioned here by Thomas Mueller. I love the last name too. Mueller, one of my favorite soccer players. If you guys don't know who Thomas Mueller is, then definitely look him up. But definitely Mueller, how you doing out there, man? I love the name, man. Let's keep it going. All right. Love the silly animation. Hey, you got to have some fun with it. Let's keep going, guys. SPI, someone got filled. Born, loving it out there. Chuck mentioning FSR. FSR is going to be putting out the ocean. And I've been talking about November being massive since back in June when it got up towards these levels. Why? Because of a catalyst. It's going to be at the LA convention, the auto convention, and they're going to be showing the ocean. And with that being said, you're probably going to see continuous positive catalysts. This is why I always like to stick with the news flow. Know what catalysts are coming into play for your stock. And then you could have been attacking this support down here by 1236 or maybe even the 15s and getting this rocket on up. Can it continue to 30? I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens in that one. All right, guys, so I do want to give a second. I'm in a trade. I've taken it since the beginning. Here we go. Now it's time for liftoff, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's get that money drop going. It's time to see the money drop flowing through. So you guys let me know if you guys see the money drop out there or if you got a money drop today. Let's take a look here at the trade. It's BTBT. Let's take a look here. Looking to add to it too also for a breakout. If we can continue that breakout, we're in this one. Let's go to a 5 or a 15 minute or even the hourly look is where I really like this trade. We're looking for a push towards this area up there towards 12. We'll see if we can get that continuous move. But yes, you guys got it. BTBT. I'm in this one. We'll see if we can continue to move. Crypto stocks, we want to see them continue to run. Riot's been doing well. Mara has done well today. Hut has gone down from the earnings, but definitely we're looking for that push. Let's see if we can get that push here. All right, guys, so 1182's now starting to push. I did get an ad on this. I put an ad to get in here. So looking to get that ad filled. I have the ad out there. Limit price is out there for 1175. So if I do get a fill there, I will go ahead and fill on 1175 pullbacks. Let's see if we can get that fill and see if we can get a ride on this. This is a crazy trade. I'm trying to see the momentum right here. I'm looking at the level 2s here. So I want to go ahead and look at the level 2s, see what we see on out there. BTBT, we're watching right now. A lot of the volume on the plus side came in at 1179. So we're looking for that 1179 to give us that next push on up. That's why you see the ask right on up there. I do have that order out to fill. I still haven't gotten that fill there. We'll see if we can get this fill and get that next level up. All right, Cole saying he's long PLTR. I'll take a look at PLTR, Cole. It's definitely a stock that was on my radar today to keep a watch. Nice little reversal there. We'll see. I like this bottoming action. you're getting what's called an inverse hammer on the 1 minute. Let's see if it shows up on the 5 minute or it shows a different pattern. So on the 5 minute, I would see more of this kind of pattern. So I draw a trend line through this, and I'm looking at it to be, this is a bearish pattern, but a bullish pattern on the 1 minute. That's how you can see different time frames. What are you trading? Know what you're trading, and that could definitely help you. Black Sky being mentioned. This is one that I wanted to watch with Rocket Lab. So let's take a look at it. Black Sky, is it going to push? I think it's all about Rocket Lab. So you got to keep your eye on that one to see if we can continue making a lift. All right, catching up here. Let me see what's being mentioned out there. Looking like BT. Can we get that lift? Can we get that push out? We'll see what happens here. All right, watching this stock, catching up also with my messages here. Let's see what happens. All right, catching up. What's going on out there? What's up, traders? How we doing in the trading game out there? Let's go ahead and take a look at the top movers of the day. Going to go ahead and share my other screen here so you guys can see Benzinga Pro here, of course. Let's take a look and see the top movers on the day. Has anything moved in there? NUZE, the recent ripper here. Looks like we got a halt on NUZE here, keeping up with those halt type of names. As you guys see, this one halted there at 11:15. So look for maybe a 10-minute halt for this one to open up at 11:25.36. That's what we're going to be seeing to see if this one can rip on up. I'll keep it up and I'll pull up my other chart on the 1 minute when it opens. Looks like DC calling out some news there. Please don't spam in there, DC. I don't want to see it like 5 times, but appreciate you bringing the news there. Looks like Walmart news with NUZE. Looks like they partnered up here. Looks like what type of company is this? Let's take a look here. You know what I love about Benzinga Pro is that if you go scroll down to the bottom, you'll find a profile here. And so NUZ is a single serve poured over coffee co-packer in the United States. The company focuses on leveraging positions as a co-packer at the forefront of the North America single serve pour over coffee market. So we're talking about a coffee play. So maybe coffee plays coming into play here. Dutch Bros, maybe a reversal. We'll see what happens. All right, keeping it a watch out there. Wish being mentioned in the chat there. Let's take a look here. What other stocks are moving now? Eagle, EGLX. Looks like Enthusiast Gaming. Gaming stock moving there, guys. You guys can take a look at that one. EGLX, not doing too bad there. Definitely moving on up. What another one that could be mentioned here? I'll zoom in here a little bit so you guys can follow along a little bit. I know that you can barely see those stocks there, so I'm trying to get us a little bit closer. EV doing well. APP App Lovin' is getting some love, that's for sure. Ride having a good day, up there towards 650. Looks like they announced that they entered a definitive asset purchase agreement regarding LMC's facility in Lordstown, Ohio. Lordstown Motor will sell to Foxconn its Lordstown facility. So definitely giving that lift, pushing on up there. I feel like this is an old headline. This isn't anything news, but we'll see what happens. Looks like Rivian pulling back a little bit there. We'll see if that can continue moving, but definitely a lot moving out there. What filters are you using? What else on the movers? Okay, easy look. Let's take a look here. So I'm not doing any filters really. I'm just doing gainers and session. But if I really wanted to see what was moving, I would change it to 1 hour. So 1 hour will tell us what's moving recently, right? So versus what's moving on the day. So that's how I would use it. So then you find that UZE is the top mover right now. You can find some other plays to see if they're the top movers right now. So looks like Outlet shows up here. So that's not a bad one to keep on watch. We'll see if that one can keep moving. But definitely, let's go back towards the stocks that I've been trading. I'm going to pull this down here and share my other screen here. I've been trading BTBT since this morning. Let's see how it's performing now. All right, pulling it up to the screen here. What filters? I already went through that. BZ Playboy on the move, talking about Easy Mike. That one's a good one. I do like when that one gets a lift. NUZE, oh my God. Did it just open up? NUZE, it should open up here. Oh, it just went to another hold. Is that really what just happened? Yeah, it opened up and it went right into another hold there, guys. I'm glad I got you guys this stock. I don't know about this one. This one seems to me like a pump and dump type, but hey, it's moving crazy. I'm glad you guys, I got to you before you got to those lifts. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. BTBT moving, guys. So I'm now up there towards the 12. Let's see if we can get up through 12. This is the trade we took this morning. I like the hourly chart. Let's see if we can continue moving in BTBT. All right, guys, so I didn't get my pullback buy, so I'm just going to cancel that now because now we're up there towards 1190s. Now the stop needs to be down towards 1170s. We want to see this rip through that $12. If we get that breakout through 12, we're going to have a nice lift. So let's see if we can get that lift through 12 here. It's up there towards 1195, starting to get some volume there. So I think there is some selling going on into that 1195, but we want to see some lift into 12 here. Let's see if we can get that push towards 12. All right. Definitely enjoying this one. Let me know how you guys feel in the chat. If you guys are enjoying this trade, let's take a look at the overall market while I keep this on the left. What's trading up? Basic materials doing well today. Energy starting to turn around there. So CVX, I'd look for maybe a short now. Finally starting to see that oil crackdown trade. So let's take a look at drip. Drip for the upside move. I like that day trade now. I don't have a day trade to do this right now, guys. If not, I would take this drip right here. But let's see what continues to happen on this one. I do like the trade now. It's a nice setup. We do have some SPI looking to add on that one. We'll see if we can continue to add. Haven't gotten my ad, but I still got the 20 shares from 515. All right, a lot going on out there today, so definitely smash the like if you guys are enjoying this. We're still watching BTBT. I also like that drip trade, though. Definitely keep a watch on that. Let's see if we can get this lift through 12 here. All right, there. It's a little bit of a push there. 1190s. It's trying to get through there. We'll see if it gets through that level. Buying some more SoFis on the lift. Check Bros, Mitch, sympathy plays. Yep. Let's take a look there. So I do like that kind of reversal there, but it could be a competitor, right? So you got to be careful there. You don't know exactly. What I would look to see if it was a sympathy play is I would look for a 15-minute breakout right here. So you want to see this turn into what we call a bullish engulfing candle. So a candle like this. So if we could see a green candle come in and do this, get on up there towards 68 on the 15, then yeah, you could see that kind of the sympathy move come into play there. But nice call out. I mean, that's what it's about. Call out those relationships because we're going to be able to find something. There is Walmart news on official press release, so don't be quick to call it a pump and dump. IMO. Hey, well, I mean, at the end of the day, whenever you see a stock halt like crazy, that's the first thing that you're always going to think is that it's a pump and dump. I'll just be honest. I mean, that's what you're always going to think right out the gates, especially if it's halting that quickly. But there's a lot of volume being put into this too. So you're talking 712,000 million shares now being traded. It just opened up, so let's keep an eye on it, see how it keeps moving here. But definitely crazy stock move. And I mean, a stock trade with Walmart definitely could give it the lift, and we'll see if it continues moving. I'm the master. Definitely not easy. Just trying to look it out and see if we can get that move. What's your view on the gap up on SoFi? I think that it creates a downward magnet, or is that SoFi breaking into orbit? Let's take a look here. How do I feel about SoFi? All right, so SoFi is now pushing back up there towards 23, 24s. Let's take a look at the daily chart. To me, there's really not much here. Are you looking gap? I mean, that's not really a gap up. Gap up would mean that there would be a space here. So there's really not a space on the daily chart, Solar. So I don't know which gap up you're referring to. If it just pushes up, that's not really it needs to do kind of more of what happened here, like where this stock gap down and then we recover it right here. So you see how we recover it right there? It gaps down, it recovers. So if it gapped down and then came back up, that would be a different thing. I don't see that right now, a gap on SoFi for me to call it there. But as long as it holds now, for me, I think 22 is your level. 22s hold, and you can continue to push. Pullbacks here, you also want to see 2350s holding well. So let's take a look how that did today. So if you look to the right, you see how we got back above that 2355. I want to see that hold on pullbacks and then lift off through 2450. We'll see if we get that next move on SoFi. All right, keeping a watch out there, guys. Looking at all my stocks, trying to keep a watch out there, see what trades I can start closing as we're getting towards 12 o'clock. At 11:45, we're going to get you guys to what? The one and only Benzinga TV. Yes, you guys have it. We'll stick around, guys. We're going to get you guys to Benzinga TV coming up next. They got a lot to talk about, some great interviews. We're going to also do a game. Stick around for Spencer, Israel, and AB, of course. All right, can you take a look at PSFE? Yes, I'll go ahead and do that, guys. You do me the favor and smash the like. Where are we at in the like department? Looks like we're at 450 likes. Can we get to 500? Is it possible? I know that people have been coming in and out, so if you haven't done it already, definitely smash that like button. Let's keep going. Let's catch up with the chat. Thanks, Solar. Hey, I mean, I didn't see it. So if you see it, always call me out also. If you guys think I'm wrong, I don't mind you guys calling me out because we're all trying to learn from process here. No one's an expert. I'm not an expert. Ryan's not an expert. Zunaid, even traders, I don't consider them experts. I consider them being able to trade a system. So that's what we're trying to do, is just trade a system. Let's stick to the system. Let's try to be objective and continue moving forward. Thanks for your time and effort, JD. Really enjoyed it. Hey, that's what it's about, JD. Keep coming back. We'll keep doing this with you and keep pushing. Yeg, I got you. I'll definitely keep going. I'll cover your PSFE right now. We've talked about this one before, but PaySafe really getting crushed right now. So let's take a look here. See if it's continuing to get crushed. Right now, it's down to 434s. So to me, what needs to happen here is we need to get towards a level where it's just too far gone. But for right now, I don't see that level being met. I don't see massive buying coming into play. But we'll see if this can get back into the positives. That's what you want to see. It could get back towards 6, maybe half of this move, but I'd be really careful. I have to determine my pain level. What's the biggest pain in PSFE that I just want to get rid of it? And that's what I would be doing now. I even know somebody that is long-term in this stock. It is a long-term bull in it. So I'll have to talk to them today and see how they're handling it and how it always is. Hertz, is Money Mitch tonight? Money Mitch, unfortunately, is not tonight. This is the one night that we're not going to be doing Money Mitch. From here on out, we're going to do Money Mitch Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today, you get Cannabis Hour. So those people that were talking about cannabis stocks, this is where you want to be in Cannabis Hour. At Cannabis Hour, we talk only about cannabis, nothing else. So if you guys want to talk about those stocks, Stick around. First time tuning in, says Backwoods. Hey, I know what backwoods are. I'll tell you that much. And I hope you're enjoying those too. But thank you. I'll keep it real. That's 100% with me. You guys will know when I'm long. You guys will know when I'm short. I do a lot more swing trading than day trading, but I do take some day trades. Let's go back to my BTBT trade, see how we're doing, see if we can finally break out through 12 here. Been holding this one since 1180s. Look to add some, but never got my ad. So I'm not stressing about this, but I'm looking for a continuation. We have gotten some big volume push. We had 100,000 here. We just got another big volume push. We had 220,000 there. We're looking for continuation through 12. If not, we stop out at our break even. Let's see if this can push on through and give us a nice lift. All right, guys, still long SPI. That one's moving up there to 518. We're in the green now. That's another day trade we took today. We'll see if that one can continue moving. I'm going to treat that one more of a swing trade and see if we can continue seeing a lift. All right, guys. It's been a beautiful, beautiful day. We're almost wrapping up, but I want you guys out there to call your top trade of the day or your top pattern that you saw out there. So if you saw a pattern out there that you guys like, put it in the chat. BZ Films, call us up. I like that name. Mitch, Indica Hybrid is daytime. Only sativa, man. Come on, you should know that. All right, let's keep going. What's going on out there? Going to Georgia to buy my backwoods. Hey, that's how it is, man. I like the backwoods sweaters. So if you want to send me one of those, I won't be mad at you. JD said I'm taking NUZE. You're a savage. You're a savage, JD. Let's take a look at that. NUZE has been a halting stock. It's up there to 513. You're a monster, JD. You're a monster. That's what I call a money drop type of trade. Hey, stick around, guys. We'll keep coming after these and calling these out. That's what it's all about, guys. I hope you're getting that squeezy. It looks very squeezy to me. Get that squeeze, get that orange juice, squeeze it on up and see what you guys continue to get. Like always, guys, we're going to continue trading here on Live Trading. Up next, you got Benzinga TV, where we'll go ahead and switch gears, get into talking about some trade ideas, get some great interviews going. We'll play a game or two, so definitely stick around. You'll have some entertainment, and we'll keep the trades going today. What happened to the SPACs hype? Well, the SPAC hype is not doing that bad. I mean, look at some of these trades. I'm in one right now, LAZR. Let's see if that one can continue moving. This one had a deal with what? None other than NVIDIA. So looking to see this one continue moving on the 1 hour chart. We would like to see a close above 20 for this one. Close above 20 would give us a nice look. We'd start coming back up in this area and looking to continue trending. I have this one from 1925s and looking to keep moving. Looks like Jay talking about Tesla. Let's take a look at the Tesla Dragon, see what we're seeing out there. Tesla Dragon right now is sideways. Our chart just shows it's sideways. It hasn't moved up, hasn't moved down. Right now, it's looking like it more long wants to go ahead and test that VWAP again. But if it comes down and tests that low, we could get a breakdown. Look, this is the 5-minute chart that I'm showing right now. So we have this low here. We want to see it get back above here and break out through that level. If you're a bull here and you're looking for that bullish action, you want to see it get back up here in this area. That could get us that lift to get back into Tesla. All right, let's see what's up. What's up? Roy saying the SPY is pushing. Let's take a look at the SPY. Look at that reversal. We talked about how this 464.50s was important. We had multiple times to break down. This is exactly the type of chart that I like showing off because I always look for this. Look, guys, I look for 3 breakdown attempts coming into a reversal. So if you look here, guys, we've been trying to break down through this support multiple times. We had these 3 looks, right? When I see these 3 looks, I'm looking for one more attempt. So it comes back above, comes back below, gives you that attempt here, and then you get that reversal. So I'd maybe even attack there and hold towards a low here if I was trading the SPY and hold towards that 464.30 and actually look for an add at the break of that level. Let's say if you were attacking this high, you could attack that high and look for a breakout through that level and looking to even add at that level. So if you wanted, you could have added at that level, looking for the extension back on up for the SPY. And that's how I attack reversals, guys. A lot of the times I'm looking for 3 bottoming actions, showing us some levels. If we really wanted, I could talk to you guys about the RSI and how you also get that action on the RSI. So if you can see here, look how that dips down to there. Then you get this look here. It dips down to there. You get another look here, a dip down towards the low of it right here. This is how you use RSI also to measure these looks. And then you see how it starts tilting up, but the bottom of it is keep going higher and higher. So that's what you also want to see on the RSI, just to give you guys some examples of indicators and how you can use those as confirmation, because that's what you want to be using these more as confirmation of price action. And you can see how it goes higher and higher, that giving you that trend that you could see that reversal. Please get technical. Hey, that's what it's all about, guys. I hope you guys enjoy that and get something out of it. Mark G talking about one of the monster stocks that I enjoyed. Sue, everyone, is this the SPACs Attack show? No, Sue, this is live trading with Benzinga. So if you haven't checked this out before, Sue, I definitely would check it out. SPACs Attack will be back tomorrow, but definitely we're going to keep going. So it's at 11:42, guys. I'm going to start wrapping up here, bringing you guys to Benzinga TV. I'm still long BTBT. It didn't break through that 12. It got back down towards 1187. So we'll see if we can get that continuous move and breakout. But we had an awesome day trading a couple names, a lot on the move. SEAH, one that we mentioned, could be on CNBC tonight. Someone mentioned it. I saw this one. I'm looking for it to continue going. It's looking strong. Can it get through 12s? If you look, I've been swinging this one since $10. Added, so I'm at 1040s now. Looking for this one to continue ripping through. We'll see if this one continues to move. Outlet is another one that I longed today. The good looking trade there. We'll see if this one can continue and close above 450s. Like always, I'm going to be here fighting with you guys through the market. Give me a thumbs up. Hit me up in the comments. What do you want to see more or less of right here on live trading? If it's strategy breakdown, if it's seeing how the trades work out, or maybe it's just you want a scanner on the side, whatever that may be, we're going to go ahead and do it for you guys right here on Benzinga. So smash that thumbs up and let's keep going. Up next, you got Benzinga TV. That will bring you to some entertainment. You got interviews. You got stock trading ideas. I heard they might even play a game today. So check it out, guys. Until then, we'll see you next time. And like always, guys, Money Mitch, going to keep working at it. Money Mob out there, y'all keep working. And we'll see you next time. Smash the thumbs up. Yes, yes. We'll keep it going, Sue. There's only one way. Next time on Live Trading with Benzinga.
Bye.